Howdy folks, and welcome to Skullrunners, our original Starfinder campaign. I am Joe Treff, your DM this evening, and many others, and joining me are my friends in a slightly different order, Liz, Dan, Brandon, and David. We're going to play Starfinder tonight, but before we do, a couple of quick announcements. First of all, we play D&D also. We play that on Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can join us for what is the third campaign in 10 connected sort of mega campaigns that we are playing. We also have a website, alberonrpg.com, and social media that uses alberonrpg as the handle. You can see the different things on our tables right now. There's a map, there's some spell templates, some miniatures, but there are encounter maps and all kinds of things that pop up there. You can see them in even greater detail at AlbronRPG on Instagram and Threads. We also have getting close to 700 sessions of different things available on YouTube. Yeah, a tremendous amount. I massively miscounted just last week. I estimated and was very wrong. Not just Starfinder, not just D&D, but we also have Fallout. We have Cairn 2E. We also have Humblewood, a million different systems, Paranoia, all of those over on YouTube, AlbronRPG. We have a website, alberonrpg.com. Like I said, there is some updates and links to the various games that we have played. And we are coming up on the very last sessions of the summer, still a couple months away, but the last sessions of this summer will be July 23rd and 24th, before we take our summer break for 2 weeks and return on August 13th and 14th, ready to go. We also have Sirenscape and Monument Music, amongst many other artists to thank for music, including our very own Matthew. And finally, it is time for this week's session of Skullrunners. All right, Skullrunners. Let me turn the music down just a little bit here. Last that we played, you were on your way to completing your second mission for the fixer, Chrome Dream, recovering cargo that had crashed in a concrete drainage ditch between two gangs. You found yourself strapped into emergency EVA hoods in a scrappy taxi, not equipped for the vacuum of space, venturing out into the void along a magnetized rail to reach a different district of Seethe to escape the authorities who may or may not be looking for you in the territory of Axiom Relay. A large cargo container emerged from the other side of the station, racing along the track towards all of you. Using deft computer skills, precise calculations, and the perfect improvised explosive device from Nyx, you blew the oncoming cargo tram off the rails to allow your much smaller, flimsier craft to pass into the Aquadyne airlock and the city of Seethe beyond. You cruised into Lazuli Lane and followed the road into the misty, condensation-coated district of the Aquadyne Neon Depths, the chaotic, crime-ridden chunk of the Spire, the various neighborhoods in Seethe that span the base of continents. The driver brought you as far as he could, with all of you choosing to delve into the territory of the Digital Storm, a gang composed of former corporate thugs now turned into mercenaries after a failed merger, with the rival gang, the Glowbreakers, occupying a far side of a huge concrete ditch, serving almost as a river or moat between them. You entered, buying some gear to allow you to merge into the local surroundings, largely ponchos, to deal with the moisture, and digital LED masks to blend in with those dressing like those in power here. Theo spoke to the shopkeep who alerted you to the Digital Storm blockade ahead. You approached, and with some quick talking from Theo in particular, you made your way into the Digital Storm's territory known as the Flicker Line. And as you reached a place to rest, trying to find an apartment that Monk had seen on the infosphere, you heard gunshots ring out from the crowded marketplace, and you noticed a Digital Storm courier targeted by snipers across this drainage ditch. You dove into action, using smoke grenades to create cover and allowing civilians to escape, though 4 being liquefied in the process by irradiating acid coming from these ranged weapons. You also managed to convince this courier that you were members of the blockade, with Theo taking on the guise of Shark and managing to get him off the streets, taking the cargo from his hands and into all of yours. Within this bag, you found plans to the Digital Storm assault, a combination of different steps that together ensured that they might get the cargo van ahead of the Glowbreakers. But with this in tow, you made your way to an open apartment listed on the infosphere within a conglomerate of apartment buildings called the Filter Flats. You booked a room for a very small fee and finally found a place to rest. And while you relaxed for the first time, each having a bed to yourselves, a proper bed, not a hammock in the sort of ceiling space, not a closet where many servers kind of hum and sing, but true actual beds, although two of you will need to take couches that have pull-out beds. Segin, you went next door as everybody kind of found a place to rest, with Vlali promptly passing out. And as the door opened in front of you, you see this green space emerge beyond, and that is where we begin this evening. Give me 1 second here.
Hell yeah.
Okay. As you open, or as the door opens for you, Segin, you can see past the sort of conglomeration of people, and there are like 4 or 5 people in here. This is a space that is almost identical in a layout to where all of you occupy, but hard to tell for the amount of greenery that spills out of small pots and containers. You can see there are exotic plants that kind of twist in tendrils around the window pane and into the sofa here. You can see signs that this space has been occupied by these people for some time. And there is the sigil of Hylax kind of in little tapestries and things that have been put up using very temporary tape. You can see, give me just 1 moment here. There is kind of floating directly in front of you a Barathu, which almost looks like a floating sort of jellyfish. They have like lime green sort of flesh that fills with gas and keeps them afloat. A number of tentacles just drip below, though you see a very almost jarringly human looking arm that also like drops out from a shoulder that is holding the door open. Past them, you can see a red vest with this neon green sort of tattoo work etched into their scales. You can see a tiny little creature. They look like, for all the world, they look like a tiny little body, almost like a voodoo doll made out of wood, and then a head that looks like almost a bulb of an onion that has been wedged onto that. They are currently kind of tending to some of these plants. You can see a Kopaxi, and this is the person that kind of at first draws your attention because they wear loose-fitting green robes with the sigil of Hylax upon them. This is a person who likely holds a prominent place within a hall of Hylax. They are kind of tending to the plants along with this Raxolite, that tiny little creature as well. The person that ultimately takes your attention, though, beyond all of those, sitting in front of what is like windows that you recognize, they are not looking out at a night sky. You are far too subterranean for that. This is like view screens, and they flicker slightly, but an artificial night sky. They sit and stare at this space. You look at a human that you have not seen in some time. This person, their skin looks a little bit cooler than you remember. You can see a faint silver white that kind of spider webs underneath their skin across their neck and wrists, almost like cracks in frozen glass. But as they turn away, kind of looking wistfully out this artificial window, you can see that their eyes are crystal clear. But in this moment, Segin, can you just make a flat intelligence check?
Absolutely. That'll be a 19.
A 19. As you look at this person, this is Max. You remember Max from a long time ago being a member of the same hall as you. And this is an individual who you are used to kind of finding almost in a daze. And they are not. They are sharp, and they are cognizant of what is happening around them in a way that you have not seen before. But layered behind that, there is a loneliness or an emptiness or something that is deep and almost shocking. And at once you feel the overwhelming kind of wonder of finding Hylax here, and then this secondary punch to the gut of whatever is behind this person. But he smiles at you. Is there anything that you're saying? This Barathu speaks to you sort of psychically. You hear and feel the voice as it pulses and the body glows in time with this voice as they say, "Welcome. Who are you?"
I'm Segin. I'm so thankful that you let me in. Is that Max? Max, is that you?
And you can see across this space, Max has already kind of started wandering over to where you are. But they smile. And crossing the space, they look you up and down and they say, "Segin, it's been a long time."
I immediately pull them in for a hug. I haven't seen you in so long. How have you been?
They don't hug you back. There is this sort of coldness that is there. But they smile. And after a moment or two, you can feel sort of stiffly these arms come up and just gently kind of pat you on the back before releasing you. And they say, "I've been okay. I hope you've been well."
I've been lost. I've been searching for you, for everyone from the hall. I'm sorry.
This whole group is gathered in now around you.
I'm sorry. I don't know all of your names. I'm Segin. We worship together, Max and I, in the Gravitas district.
You can see there's kind of this confusion, and a couple of voices raise all at once. But as they sort of quiet, this Barathu speaks again and says, "Max, you did not tell us that you worshipped before. Before you found us, and before we were lost." And Max, to this, sort of looks at you, again smiles almost absent-mindedly and says, "It was a long time ago, but I'm glad that you're well. Did you need something?"
What's going on, Max? Did something happen? Did I offend you? I was trying to look for all of you. I had no idea where everyone went.
They scattered. They left. It's what people do, Segin. They leave.
I didn't mean to leave you. I'm sorry if you thought I left you.
He shakes his head. I know that you didn't mean to. You probably didn't even want to. I'm not mad, Segin. This taught me something. You can only ever truly belong to yourself. He turns around, kind of looks at this group. There are others who worship Hylax as well. And with the hall that we had, I realized I was trying to fill a void that didn't need filling. There are always people looking to praise Hylax. And there's sort of a little bit of, you can tell everybody here feels some kind of tension happening in the room. Mm-hmm. There's this very sort of half-hearted praise Hylax that just goes around the space.
Praise Hylax. I understand what you're saying. You had to survive on your own for I don't know how long, but we're still connected, you and I. We're still part of the same family. And if there's anything that I did to wrong you, to make you feel like you were alone, I'm so sorry, and I hope you can forgive me.
There's nothing to forgive, Segin. And if you still feel loneliness, perhaps there is something that you need to find. But
it's true. I need to find everyone. I need to find my family. What? Can you tell me what? I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt your services. Am I taking up too much of your time? I just came in here to to worship.
You can
we can
see
catch up afterwards.
in this place, there are people like doing dishes. There are people like, you can see the Vesk is like, it's almost like an angle grinder, but they're very much just like trimming their toenails. There's like all kinds of, they're doing their activities of daily living. There's not like worship happening. And in fact, as you look around here, there is symbology of Hylax. It almost looks like things that have been pulled from somewhere else and kind of rapidly put up in this space.
Really?
But he would say, do you feel, Segin, as if you've lost people?
Of course I do. I lost everyone. I lost my work crew. I lost you, my family. Everyone was gone. I've met some new people, but it would mean everything to me to get everyone back. Just to see that everyone was okay, that would mean the world to me. But to have the Hall of Hylax back again, that would heal so many things in my soul.
You can see he considers this for a moment, and then he says, I can tell you where everyone is.
You can?
Of course. You can find them. But Segin, you will discover exactly what I did when I found them. It won't fill what you're looking for.
What I'm looking for is them.
You might
I
think
understand you have some grand mystery that you've solved for yourself, and I'm so glad for you. All I want,
I like that.
all I want
Sass.
is to know everyone is okay, because they were such a big part of my life. Max, you were a big part of my life too.
Make a diplomacy check.
That was good. That was really good.
And take a +2 conditional modifier for that.
That's
And I'll also say,
This is good RP.
here, if you
like
can
this.
get one of those over. To
Oh,
Brandon,
yeah.
if you can get one of those over to Dan.
we're coming up pretty okay for diplomacy today. That's 15, 17.
17 total. He looks at you and he says, these people that you think you lost were never truly with you. They might stand by you, they might worship with you, and they might love you. But there is joy in realizing that there is also love in loneliness. And I will help you find the other members of your hall so that you can realize this as well. They pull up a little data pad. 1 second.
This guy's spooky.
Mm-hmm.
He's a little spooky, Joe.
I like this guy. Thank God Theo didn't go talk to him. He's been like, yeah, man, you're exactly right.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, man, me and you should hang out.
Or not, because then we'd be hanging out too much.
That's true. You can hang out on the other side of the room.
So you said a 17, right?
That's 17, yeah.
Rena is working somewhere in Gravitas. I've heard that she has gathered around old friends and family members and is finding community that way.
Okay.
Shuri has found their way over to Heliox, I've heard, though I haven't seen them myself. They seem to have risen quite high there. I believe they are a sales manager. Dillman, you'll have trouble locating, I imagine. The last that I heard, he had moved over towards Mind Mesh, and people have a habit of disappearing by choice there. Carla, I believe, is working in a clinic somewhere on the edge of 2 different territories. Fanfa has returned home to Volterra. I can give you her address if you wish.
Fanfa?
Fanfa.
Fanfa.
Oh.
So Yasuki. Shrestik is working for Kobayashi. I believe they are currently living in the neon depths, but trying to work their way up. I've seen them working with a number of Shiren as well. And then Alcyon is currently helping others find meaning within the confines of Echelon Pulse. Echelon Pulse. I don't know why Echelon is what came out there. As for the rest of them, which I believe, given your role, is just Sock and Asay,
Sock.
you will need to find on your own.
Understandable. This is a great help. Max, I know it doesn't mean much to you, but this means everything to me. You've done this is amazing. I really can't express how grateful I am.
That is because you don't understand what you're grateful for. Not yet. But you will.
Segin is trying to hold back a sarcastic comment. And he goes, okay, Max. What happened to you? You, after everyone scattered, did you just go from place to place looking for people?
I simply began to listen. And when I did, I found that much of what I engaged in was to fill a void that didn't need to be filled.
What did you listen to?
My heart. And when he says that, you can see for just a moment, he kind of glances back to this video screen, and you can see just this darkness and stars. It is like and you can see like there's like a little shooting star that kind of, and like a couple seconds later, like it's like a loop. It's not even like a real stream of anything. But you can see almost like this longing to get back to this space. Is there anything else that you need, Segin?
There's nothing that I need. You've given me so much already. I'm just curious about you. What is it you're looking at over here?
They turn slowly to the window screen and they just say, I'm not looking at anything, but it helps to think.
Do I recognize the stars?
I would say you don't recognize the stars. Again, they almost look artificial, but I would say, do you have any training in occultism?
No.
Okay.
Ooh. I thought you would.
I have nature, I think.
I thought that'd be a big
That is
Hylax
nice.
thing.
You do not really get a sense for what could be beyond that. They seem to really just use this as like a meditative practice.
Okay. It looks like so as he like sort of drifts over there, I might just sort of, pat him on the back, say, thank you so much, Max, and just kind of introduce myself to the rest of the members of the hall.
Sure. The members of the hall would be happy enough to introduce themselves.
We'll start with the Kopaxi with the green robes, if they look free.
Sure, yeah. They're currently just kind of trimming a bunch of plants. But yeah, you can go over and introduce yourself to them. They're wearing these robes, which are all kind of damp from being out. And they've probably come back relatively recently. In fact, this is the person I think that you saw coming in when you were like all the way across the courtyard. But yeah, what are you saying to them?
Hi, it's great to meet you, Segin. You heard our conversation, I'm sure. What is your name?
I picked the worst names. My name is Olasifio.
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 Okay.
It's a Capaxi name.
Okay.
I did.
It's beautiful.
I didn't know that Max had friends.
Well, he certainly had friends. There were several of us in the hall that really, we looked out for him.
A Hylaxian hall?
Yeah.
He never mentioned that.
Yeah, that's really strange. How did you come to know Max?
When we still had our hall, we had him wander in, as many people do. The Glow Line is not a particularly affluent area, and many people, metaphorically or physically, wash up there. And so our hall is a very common refuge. And Max was one of those who was washed in.
What happened to your hall?
You could see he kind of like peers at the door for a moment, and he says, "Are you all new here, or?"
First time for me being in this district.
There's gangs
Yeah,
that occupy these neighborhoods.
we've run into them. Yeah.
And across the way, and actually over here, the territory all belonged to a gang called the Glowbreakers. Really more of a labor union than anything, at least in the past. But as things escalated, they got very aggressive, and they pushed us out of our hall. They use it for some strange ritual. I don't know what.
The Glowbreakers push you out.
Yes.
I'm still trying to figure out what happened to my hall. Some disaster happened, but it's very unclear how it happened. I was wondering if they were related, but it sounds like this is more of a land dispute.
Just a few months ago, the gangs began to escalate. I think when Digital Storm moved in, it caused all sorts of problems, and something happened recently that made it even worse. But this was very immediate, and our hall still stands. It's still there.
Mm-hmm.
We hope to get it back eventually, but it is outside of our power.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry to hear that you were forced out of that.
Why are you in this district?
I'm here with my crew, the Skullrunners. I know it's odd, but we've been taking gray market jobs to keep things afloat. It's good work. It keeps me moving, so I've been able to try to look for people from my hall.
That's not very weird. That's like 15% of Seethe's economy.
Well, yes, but I don't know. I feel a certain way about being a member of, or a devotee of Hylax, and also taking these jobs.
Why?
We're going around and introducing more violence to the world, and I just feel like Hylax would be happier if we could bring down the violence.
They put a hand on your shoulder and they say, "If living here has taught me anything, it is not that Hylax disapproves of violence. It is that the violence must be in service of lessening the evil overall. You have an opportunity with the jobs that you do to create a lighter shade of gray."
Yeah. That can be. I can do that. Not to Orficio, but to you, Joe. Would I have connected the timeline of when they lost the hall to when my hall was destroyed?
Far after.
Far after.
Yeah. Okay. Like, this is relatively recent that this happened.
You said this was like months ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
It lines up with the Digital Storm sort of corporate overthrow falling apart, and then the increase in violence lines up with this van kind of careening off the roads here.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll spare them those details, but I'll say, listen, when I knew Max, he was having a lot of trouble with staying sober. I don't know.
Really?
He seems much different now.
He looks over at Max and he says, I've never seen him touch even a drop of any intoxicant. That's very surprising.
I suppose that's good in a way. Just do the things that he says seem strange to you? Especially for someone who follows Hylax, to be so enamored with loneliness.
Make a diplomacy check and take a +4 conditional modifier.
My goodness.
Nice.
Yay!
All the way off of it. Try that again. Ooh, that's an nat 20.
Oh, nice.
So total of 26.
This Kopaxi looks at you and they speak just a tiny bit louder and they say, my coral could use a little bit of humidity. Step outside with me.
Absolutely.
And they step out, kind of opening the door onto this balcony that runs around this large courtyard 4 feet below, just concrete with like a number of little features that have kind of been boarded over or covered with sort of refuse. But it is just you and them when you step out there, and they close the door behind you.
Mhm.
And they say, that's a good one. Hold on 1 second.
That was really good.
What do you know about the things that Max says?
Almost nothing. They just seem bizarre to me. I don't think I've ever heard anything like it.
That's more dark than I meant for it to be. He looks at you and he says, I can't explain this, but I trust you. Perhaps it's been a long time since I've seen someone else come in already believing in Hylax. But Max, you say that he was your friend.
He was. I hope he still is.
Late at night, when he thinks that no one is listening, he looks at the viewport and he whispers. He whispers to maybe an imaginary friend? Whatever it is, it seems to speak back. At first, I thought it might be discreet communications. Maybe they were embarrassed about some sort of talk. But I had Biso kind of listen in. They're quite small.
Mm.
And they were whispering like they were talking to a friend. And like that friend would talk back, and there was no technology, no signals, nothing. I don't know what has happened to your friend, but something has traumatized them.
It's clear.
And whatever it is, I haven't wanted to say anything to anyone else, but I get the sense that it's true for them as well. When I talk to Max, I feel tired afterwards. Deeply tired. It's not like anything that I've ever experienced. It's not like a physical illness.
Mm.
But I'm glad that you were able to see him. Maybe that will help.
I hope so. If what you're saying is true, I'm very troubled. I'll have to look more into this in my travels. It just seems to me like there's dark forces on Seethe. Not just the corporations, but something spiritually dark that I've felt for many, many months now. There's got to be some reason. I wasn't there when our hall was destroyed because I was laid up in the hospital. And the only thing I can describe is that I felt the Forever Queen come to me and keep me alive. There has to be a reason why I'm still alive. Maybe this is it. But I don't know.
Do you truly believe that you were visited by the Forever Queen?
With all of my heart.
Then maybe you are meant to meet all of us. We've only just met. I just have to ask. You said that you are working with a group of people who are not quite legitimate in their pursuits. You might be exactly the sort of people who could help us get our home back.
Absolutely.
It's heavily guarded. And the leader of that group is unbelievably violent and powerful. She has some sort of mutation. It allows her to create these energy blasts from her body. I've seen it cook the flesh off of people before. And then there are snipers overlooking the roads leading up to this place. For whatever reason, the Glowbreakers have really taken an interest in the building. We took it because it was abandoned, but it used to be a pumping station.
A pumping station? And you said that they were doing some sort of rituals, from what you could tell?
When you go there, the walls are just lined with maybe heads or skulls. We've never gotten close enough to look, but something with candles lighting the area. It looks very creepy and seems to be some sort of occult ritual.
We'll have to look into this. I'll tell all of my friends. Here, let me get your information and we'll exchange information.
You can add their communicator information to your sheet. And when you want, you can make a call to them. But they also kind of give you the location on your map. And so looking at the map that you guys have, when you see the little icon of the casket on the Glowbreaker side, that is the station that they're talking about.
It's a pumping station, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Okay. I think we can help with this. We'll have to come up with a plan. I'll let you know when something is about to happen so that you can make sure everyone's inside and safe.
Well, it's all the way across the drainage ditch.
All the same, I'd hate for anyone to get hurt.
Well, how do you mean to get there?
We have some information that we might be able to use. I shouldn't say more. I don't want to expose you to any danger, but I think we have some leverage.
Just be very careful. Crossing the bridge is almost impossible now. They have many people, both Digital Storm and the Glowbreakers, on either side. Even the data cables on the other bridge have largely been destroyed. It might be possible to cross, but dangerous.
Okay. Yeah. We might have a way over. I'll have to talk with everyone. But I'll let you know. Orificio, you have helped me so much. I appreciate you immensely, and if there's anything that I can do to get your haul back, I will.
They nod to you and they say, if there's anything that we can do to help you, we will do so as well. We had supplies in the hall. We might even have things that could be useful to you. We took efforts to hide certain things. They might still be buried in the basement.
If we can, maybe we can draw up some plans for the hall, and that would help us greatly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they actually send over to you some blueprints.
Ooh.
You can see that the
Hell yes.
sort of space here. Give me a second, let me pull it up. Is sunken into the actual street. It's almost built like a silo, though not terribly, terribly deep. This at one point was like a pumping station. The main sort of floor that you gather or would gather into was like probably used to have like long segments of pipe prior to them being submerged and kind of sunken into the street. Now they would tell you that it was used sort of like a chapel almost, like a long sort of hall, and they would say, this is where all the heads are. They would also say, beneath this, there is a maintenance basement. We used to have a workshop there where we would maintain all of our gear. It was a wonderful place for lowering the cost of everything that we needed. There in particular, buried beneath some fresh concrete, you might be able to find our community fabricator. And if we could even just recover that, we could help you print supplies at a much cheaper cost.
Absolutely.
And then the pride of everything was the garden pod. We had imported it and built it into a room where we had a growing garden. I can't imagine that much survives there now, but there is the possibility. It's a small space.
Yeah.
And so now you have like a rough layout of what this
Joe,
kind
on the
of is.
map,
Yeah.
could you point out where the pumping station is?
So what he's talking about is the casket icon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is not the pumping station right above it, right?
Correct.
And that is where the overturned RV is?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, so if we do go for this, either we can do it on the way to or out.
The pumping station, though, Theo's not there, but can Segin surmise that this is the same pumping station that we went over in the plans that Theo recovered from?
Different pumping station.
Oh, no.
What you are talking about is Aquadyne Pump Station number 14. What they're talking about, let me pull it up here, was at one point Aquadyne Pump Station number 12, though it was decommissioned something like 10 years ago.
And where is Pump Station 13 on this map?
It is not located on the map, but you can see north of the arcade. It's kind of an empty square. Yeah, it was a very large pumping station.
And what's the one we have controls for? It's this one, 12?
No.
This is 13.
Oh, 13?
This is 12.
Okay.
We don't have controls for it. I believe it
The
required
codes. Yeah.
it required something to be.
Like a
It
spike.
showed you a place to implant like a spike that would have the code loaded onto it to be able to control from afar.
We do not have the spike.
Correct.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
So it gives you all this information.
Yeah. At the end, I don't think there's anything left to do. Segin's getting a little tired. He's gonna just go in for an embrace with Orficio if they seem okay with
They
it.
absolutely give you a hug.
And be well, praise Hylax.
They nod to you and they say, praise Hylax and be safe.
Yes.
They turn around, they open the door, and Max is standing right there.
Ooh.
And from the doorway, he says, Segin, if you mean to go to our hall, there is a bell there that we rang to gather for rituals. It is the voice of that Hylaxian hall, and it deserves to be heard once more.
Absolutely.
They say nothing else to you. They just turn, walk back to the little viewing port.
That's what he's probably staring at.
The other individual kind of nods to you again and says, be safe. And they shut the door behind them.
Well, that sounds ominous. I'm gonna get. So I kind of creep back to our apartment, open the door, close it. And God, you'll never forget. Understand what just happened. Oh my God! Everyone, get around here. And so.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Sorry, were you all sleeping? Doesn't matter.
No, me and Nix were just doing some Cosmo quizzes.
Oh, it's
Okay.
4:30 in the morning.
About to be, yeah.
Okay.
Damn. Oh, okay.
Well, your guys' sleep cycle is now a little bit messed up, as typically happens in any kind of adventuring game.
We're
Yeah,
probably gonna have
so
to get some sleep at some point.
you guys are currently something like you could go to sleep now. You only have 8 hours until exhaustion starts setting in.
I will just download them really quickly on all of this,
Okay.
just so that it's all out in the open, and then I'll go, oh my God, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Are you guys tired?
I'll definitely comment more on what you just told us after I actually wake up, because right now I'm not. I'm just
Okay.
physically awake, but I'm still mentally asleep.
Yeah, I want to dream of some Cosmo tests. And,
All right.
I'll definitely comment later. And Theo goes back to bed.
We think
Yeah, I
this,
could use some 40 winks.
do we think this lock is good?
We can put a chair against the wall.
Yeah.
I slide 2 chairs against the wall, immediately like lay down on the floor or whatever.
does my drone need to rest as well?
It needs to like recharge technically. But yeah, it's the same kind of thing. It needs to recharge once every 16 hours or so.
Can I charge it near the door?
Yeah, absolutely. Nice
Guard
normal
dog.
wall socket. You kind of like pop open the back of your drone and you pull one of those cables that's like wound up on a little spool out and you plug them in.
Like a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, exactly like a vacuum cleaner, yeah. So you plug your Dyson drone in and you all settle down for some rest.
Oh, yeah.
Segin, as you sleep, do you typically dream?
Sagan has not remembered his dreams since the accident,
Okay.
but he will get flashes. He'll remember flashes every now and then.
On this particular evening, you dream of dark. You can't see your hands or your arms. You can't see these wings that you know must be there as you feel the familiar weightlessness of space. It is comforting in many ways, but for how deep this dark is, you don't even see from like ambient starlight your own arms. It is a little disquieting. And you hear nothing. That's not unusual. But in this space, it feels like you are being observed. Is there anything that you're doing here?
I think I'm floating around. And I kind of just, as I feel observed, I try to look around and see if, like, maneuver myself, see if I can see anything other than the dark.
Make a perception check.
Okay. Oh, that's another nat 20.
Get out!
I'm getting them.
Damn, that was so close to falling off the paper,
It
too.
was. So 30 in total.
Almost impossibly far away. You can see like a line of light as if there is something glowing beneath a door.
Mm-hmm.
And you recognize that this is not a door. You are looking at the edge of a galaxy.
Oh my god.
Where you are is in some element of interstitial space that is so far removed from the galaxy or a separate place that it is truly dark here. You are in a space that is in between. And all around you, immense, so immense that it surrounds you and makes it impossible to really perceive much more, there is a single overwhelming sentience. And you can feel within your mind and your bones and your flesh the words, "You belong." And in this darkness, this gentle darkness, there is a comfort that you have not felt since you left your hall long ago. Here, in the space between spaces, there is no loss. There is no accident. You do not feel the pain or limitations of your leg. You are loved.
Hylax, is that you?
And then you wake up. All of you wake up, having completed a rest and not in danger of taking on the fatigued condition. You awake at roughly noon on the second Saturday of the third cycle.
As I wake up, I'm just gonna take a moment because that would be really intense for Sagan. Just all of those sensations. He's tripping out, man.
Also, when you wake up, you're facing me, and I'm touching up my paint makeup like the Joker smile. So you wake up from your nightmare with a nightmare.
Oh my god. Oh my god! Hi, Nix.
Smile at you.
Have we talked about personal space?
No, what's that?
We really need to talk about a lot of
I don't
things.
have that. I'm not a living thing.
Segin, stop hugging the Nix. I need Nix. And I'm like pull Nix over, and I'm like currently shaving with my electric razor. Does it look good? Yes. I'm getting like really close. Yeah, I get everything.
I like roll away from you too, like, oh my god. Oh my god.
What's his deal?
Just having an existential
Grumpy. He
moment
needs
here.
his coffee.
Oh, you guys want to make some coffee? You want to do a coffee run, or we can make some here?
I mean, I'd be down for a cappuccino, but I don't know if they make those here.
Do we even know any place to get food?
Around here, you had passed through a little marketplace where there was a number of like food stalls and things like that. You could certainly go there and just kind of grab something really quick. There is in each of these rooms sort of like a little, not even like a Mark I culinary synthesizer. This is the hotel coffee maker with the little packets of coffee.
Oh.
It will make coffee, and that's pretty much it. You can't even get water out
You
of
don't
it.
know if people have boiled their underwear in it.
I was gonna say is this the equivalent of like a bodega in New York City to go like I need to go find just a place to get like a sandwich?
Yeah, you could certainly do that.
Yeah. When that's going on, Theo will walk in with a sandwich and lukewarm coffee and go sit near the window with Lolly's rifle and keep doing what he's doing, getting eyes on the area over there.
Okay, make a perception check. And are you looking in towards the courtyard or out towards the street?
If they're gonna go get breakfast, Theo will say go for it, and he's trying to map out in a fan like this anything he can, and he'll have like a piece of paper there writing down what he needs to. Personnel, hardened emplacements, patrol routes,
Recon.
yeah, any kind of reconnaissance to get him an angle on places of importance, how we might enter that building, or how we might be able to, I don't know, destabilize it, stuff like that.
Enter which building?
This one, and then now that we're talking about this one, this as well, like angles of attack, gradient land.
Make a perception check.
That's gonna be, I believe, a 22.
Nice.
22.
You guys are rolling pretty good today.
Nice.
So, as you look out over here, you kind of wake up. Everybody else is starting to stir up. You can hear people kind of arguing about using the reflective elements of Nyx's android exterior as like a makeup mirror. All this kind of blends into the sort of blanket of background noise. And you begin to observe what is happening here. First, you kind of look out to the north, as far north as you can see. And what really dominates the skyline, such as it is here, above this canal, those two broken sort of skyscraper icons. At one point, this was a huge walkway. You can see that there is hanging from it still huge exploded bundles of fiber optic cables hanging down, just like huge nests and tangles of hair that kind of sway in the breeze. There's still elements of concrete above that kind of might allow for something to cross here, but it's a twisted wreck. It really has been damaged by recent fighting. And you can see on the Digital Storm side, closest to you actually, just down at the corner of the building, there is a pretty large presence of Digital Storm folks here. You can see some recon drones kind of flying in circular paths, kind of inspecting the concrete staircase that rises up to this walkway that crosses.
So if we were to cross anywhere around here to get to the casket would be pretty difficult, is what you're saying.
It would be pretty challenging. It would be really challenging to go up that and then cross that bridge. Getting into the stairwell is the tough part. Once you go up, Theo, you don't see like snipers up on that path. There isn't drones like kind of keeping watch here. There might be traps set.
I would assume Theo would put together that heavy personnel here at the base, but even navigating that obstacle because it's just wires, right? It's cables.
It's
connecting the
like
two.
probably about this thick around, huge bundles of fiber optic cables and several of those across. At one point there was concrete that held those all aloft, and that would be, well, not designed for like people to walk across. It'd be easy enough for you guys to walk like 3 wide.
Okay.
Now that it's been damaged, there are places where you might be able to like crawl over the existing intact parts of those cables, but it would be incredibly challenging.
Yeah. Theo will put that together. That like it. Even if you were to get up there, it's going to be a challenge even getting across as opposed to like a flat bridge. This is dangerous for weapons. This is dangerous for navigation.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And you kind of scan across that. You can see it leads that bridge to like a series of buildings, kind of like apartment buildings that are just completely shot out. You can see signs of like electrical fires on most of the western facade. This is probably not occupied in the way that the apartments that you all are in are occupied, but you can see signs of movement, signs of like orange flares. There are certainly glow breakers in those buildings.
Sure.
You can see pretty easily directly below you this van. With that check, you can see that there is debris all over the place. There are explosions that have kind of dotted the landscape around this, but you can see that there are lights that are kind of glowing this cool blue that would indicate that refrigeration is still ongoing within this van. You can see that there is actually a little bit of with that check, that's a pretty good check. You can see that there is still the corpse of the driver of this van kind of slumped over, almost their head like shattered through the window. You can see the window actually broken from an incredibly well-placed sniper shot. So interesting the way that they met their fate. You can see that there is probably about a dozen corpses in a ring around that space. People have tried from either side to kind of go. You can see evidence of people trying to retrieve bodies and then getting killed as well. And so they've just sort of been left there for the time being. As your gaze sweeps further south, you can see this sort of pump icon on the map. This is the pumping station that you had all seen some plans relating to. This particular pumping station is pump station number 14. Okay. You can see this is like a concrete bunker on the top level that is almost like, it looks almost like a building that has been screwed into the earth, just barely protruding from the concrete. You would imagine it's deeper down than it is kind of wide. And there's not a lot that you can see on the outside, though you do note a number of glow breakers kind of going outside, smoking, and then going back in. And so there's like a number of them within there. You don't see, in like the span of an hour, you don't see the same person come out twice, and you see at least 4 people come out. Okay. Kind of passing just over that, you can see like a number of these bright orange, what are supposed to be like temporary tents that have been erected. Given the fact that like wood and like other paneling has been added to them, they look almost like maybe temporary housing or something like that. But steam, a very peculiar green steam, does rise up out of them. You can see the building that Segin had mentioned, the sort of former pump, that this one rises up out, and so maybe sort of the inverse of pumping station 14. This currently heavily occupied by the
12?
breakers.
Is that number 12?
This is 12.
That is
That you're talking about?
Can we write
14,
on
12, and then 13 across the way.
Yeah.
Can we write?
Yeah. Help yourself. Write it.
Someone have better handwriting because mine's terrible.
You also see.
That's 14.
I have it right in front of me.
Evens on that side, 14 and 12, and then 13 is the one that's blank.
You also see this bridge. This bridge is still relatively
above the
intact.
arcade.
Yeah, I think it's above the arcade.
You could drive across it. I believe you guys learned about this being the Brenectity Bridge. This is like a suspended cable bridge. Many of the cables still intact. You can see that there are impact craters in the concrete that have created sort of almost like holes in it, and so it would be possible to fall through. You can see on the Digital Storm side, there is probably about a dozen Digital Storm people sort of in 2 rough groups. And you can also see a separate group of Digital Storm, maybe 5 or 6 of them, wearing very peculiar-looking equipment. All kinds of tubes and cool lights kind of blinking across them. These big tanks on their back, unlike anything that you've seen prior. All the way across the bridge, on the Glowbreaker side, you can see that there is a large grouping of Glowbreakers as well. You're sort of seeing like an armed buildup on either side of that bridge.
Yeah. Not many good options to cross. You said there was a maintenance tunnel around this area.
And with
as
the
well.
22, the other thing that you notice on either side of this van, one on the bank that you are on, one on the Glowbreaker side, there are huge sort of grates.
Right.
And as you're watching at one point, the one that is furthest north actually slides open and you see a rush of acid just ooze out. It goes around the van. Currently the channel that the van kind of occupies, not getting doused in acid, but you do see the van kind of sizzle slightly. That seems to be where most of this comes from. And it kind of moves almost like a little wave down this channel. Yes, there are certainly these kind of sluice gates and tunnels that lead here. If you could get into one of these, you could pop out almost directly next to the van.
Right.
But you do watch as acid oozes forth from it, and so dangerous to traverse.
Right.
Without controlling.
Right.
Can you tell if either side has like Overwatch on the van?
100%.
Okay.
I'm pretty
Based
sure.
on the ring of corpses
I'm pretty
around.
sure I don't
yeah,
even need to
yeah.
ask Joe that like lot of weapons trained on that. A lot of heavy and obviously Theo will talk about this if you all want to come back after breakfast or something. But yeah. Heavy personnel here. Civilians in this building, and this one here.
You see signs of Glowbreakers, like the flares and stuff. You don't see any signs of civilians.
Okay.
Like every now and then you'll hear in the hallway like a door open up and like footsteps run around and somebody be like, Timothy, get back here. Like there are people living in here. Over there, you don't see lights on in the windows. There's like big holes in the wall. This has been largely shot out.
Okay.
So, based on this information, we have 3 good options: the Breckie Bridge, the maintenance tunnel, or the wire caber bridge to at least just cross over.
You could also construct a catapult and just launch yourself across.
Okay, I'll add catapult.
If you put a little parachute on, like the little army men that we had when we were
yeah.
kids,
Oh, yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Is there other options that possibly exist?
This way.
Yeah,
Okay.
course.
Cool.
This way. This way.
Cool.
Yeah,
Those are
you
good
could
options
build a
too.
bridge.
yeah, we could build
Make a
bridge.
rocket.
I could definitely build a bridge,
Build a rocket,
possibly.
you could get
I
Gundam.
could paint it.
Make a Gundam.
We could make a gun.
Starfinder has the rules for that.
Okay.
And to reiterate real quick, the plans that we got from my buddy who went off to have a better life is getting to
Step 1, hijack pump station 14.
Step 1.
hijack 14, not 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hijack 14. You can see like this is what you would need to be able to change the flow of the various bits of water throughout the Glowbreaker side. Oh, excuse me.
Yep.
The Glowbreaker side, that would allow the sort of mist curtain to fall across that area. You would create the ultimate sort of Tim Burton Batman Forever environment over there, such that it would be really hard for snipers or Overwatch to be able to see what was happening.
And we can flood areas too.
Correct.
Yeah.
This would allow you to do that. This is a place where you would need to put a signal spike inside this station so that the digital storm could control it remotely.
What is a signal spike?
A signal spike is like a little thing that has a piece of code implanted in it.
Like a USB, kind of?
Sort of, yeah. You can imagine it as like a USB stick. It is something that has like an actual physical breaching device though, so that you can like jam it into a computer and literally inject code basically into it. It works to overwhelm things. It does need to be physically inserted into the machine. So it's not something that an exocortex will work for. It really is a specific device.
Yeah.
And usually those take a lot of time and resource to build. And so it's not something that you could very quickly copy or just make.
Yep. So,
After that, there is sort of the plans in place loosely of how one might travel through these kind of glow tunnels, the places that are oozing the acid out. As long as you have pump station 14, you could control when and where the acid is going. And so you could lock a concrete path in so that you could have a escape or access way to that van. You can see that there are little points put in place. The Digital Storm plans to put little patrols in the sort of evacuation route so that there's coverage even as people are retreating. This is like a pretty detailed plan that provides both a way in and a way out.
Time sensitive too, right?
Everything is time sensitive.
Yeah.
I mean, as like Theo watched the acid kind of like run out and into the thing, everything is time
There's also
sensitive.
Joe ominously said that there's refrigerator, or it's
Refrigeration still running.
Fluid.
So something, when that runs out, who knows what happens?
Oh, right, yeah.
I'd say just the acid in general. The fact that this car is at a very slow pace, but like
Yeah, I'm actually impressed it has not disintegrated in a matter of days.
The paint has like completely been eaten away. You can see like it is now slightly angled for where it kind of is
Not much
oozing into
time.
it. But yeah, not a ton of time left for that.
So
I have one question real quick. Hold on. So with this plan, right, Theo will kind of review it for pump station 14 and understand that like you kind of can take control of the water on this area, and there's some entryway from there into these tunnels beneath it. It's not out of the realm of possibility that another pump station, a la pump station 13, might have some similar type of access to tunnels underground. Would that...
Correct.
Okay, cool. Theo will verbalize that, and just putting options out there, right? Maybe we go, or Theo can go solo recon it while y'all get breakfast for pump station 13.
I'll leave.
and
I'm
see
gonna
if
leave
there's
my
an
drone
intro.
with you, though. I don't like to leave you guys alone.
But
Are
yeah,
you coming with us again for breakfast?
If I can't convince you to like pick something up for me, I'll go with you. But if I cannot,
Yeah, come
like,
with us.
Okay, I'll come with you. And I'm just like talking your ear off. Like, I was so far away from the galaxy. It was just a little line. I'm just like describing this like to the point where you're like getting bored of hearing all of my.
I feel like I'm kind of in the conversation. Oh yeah, so sometimes dreams can indicate who you were in past lives. Maybe you were like an astronaut or something. Maybe you were like, I don't know.
Look at me. I'm already an astronaut. I'm a natural astronaut
Bird.
right now.
He was a bird.
Oh, a bird. Oh, I could. You got a lot of bird features too.
Can we focus on the mind-blowing dream I had? Okay, never mind.
Let me tell you, I have a lot of spicy dreams too, and I don't tell you guys that. So I'm like looking around. What can we find for breakfast, Joe? Is there like a kiosk? I want to make like an information kind of like breakfast getting
Sure.
mission.
I'm
I'm really interested in trying to get some information.
So what are you trying to eat for breakfast?
Is there like a bodega or something? Someone who's probably he sees a lot of things and knows a lot of things. Like some guy who might be. I don't know, on the corner.
Yeah, you can go over. There's a Woyoko who's running Solomon Soggy Sandwiches. You can see there are all kinds of sandwiches. They're not soggy for the temperature, which is a very natural thing to assume. You can see there's like these big fluffy things of like French bread that are kept in these airtight containers under a heat lamp to keep them nice and warm. You can see like little bits of like butter kind of rising on top of the crust. They are soggy because they are sold with these big cups of different flavored broths and soups to dunk them in. And so you can absolutely go there. You can grab yourself a breakfast sandwich for like a credit.
Is there any other places?
Sure. Where do you want to go?
Is there any like local like bodegas, or is there any like
trying to find Aquadine's top 10 lists of like
I mean,
neighborhood favorites.
I'm trying to give a
Yelp.
walkability score to my listing.
1 second. Go back to the Flickr line.
Maybe even like a diner, like anything. I know there's not many options because the neighbors change.
Well, the biggest thing about it is that there is a war going on. And so,
Yeah,
I was
like,
saying,
you can like The big part of it is like most people are staying inside or home.
Yeah. I know there was a pizza delivery guy who.
Oh, the pizza never came.
Yeah, the pizza never came.
That guy might have gotten disintegrated in the gunfight. He might have gotten shot.
Oh, there it is.
Could have been one of those guys.
Yeah.
There is. You can go to the Pyre if you want.
The Pyre.
I'm gonna get a soggy sandwich.
Okay, so you grab a soggy sandwich. You can grab a
let's
credit.
do it.
Yeah, we'll go to Soggy. We'll go up to him.
No problem. There is a Woyoko that is working there. You could see almost like a fish guy. If you've ever seen like Creature from the Black Lagoon, very similar to that, but like a little bit more of like a more kind of humanoid face. They're wearing a big, heavily stained apron. There's many different stains of different colors across them, but they're happy to give you sandwiches.
How's it going, brother? What do you got for sandwiches?
You could see they look at you and they go, man, I have everything that you could want. You want a breakfast sandwich? I got you breakfast sandwiches. You want a spicy sandwich? I got spicy sandwiches. You want a herbals? What do you want?
What do you recommend?
He goes, you can see there's a sandwich that clearly has been like bought and left by somebody. They didn't pay for it or something happened. It's sitting there and has likely been sitting there.
Ew.
And he picks it up and he goes, this is my favorite.
Oh, really?
Why hasn't it been eaten?
Yeah, let me get.
Go with a spicy.
I'll get 2 sandwiches, one for later. Let me get a spicy and let me get one of those.
They put that one down in front of you and they pull out some bread. As they open this, the smell hits you. Yeah. It is like, this is excellent bread. For everything else that exists in this might be the single nicest feature that you've kind of found here.
Is there like can you do a grilled cheese and tomato soup?
Yeah, absolutely. That is an option. So you can go ahead and grab that for each of you.
Are there any drinks here?
There is absolutely drinks. Give me 1 second. I'm pulling up some music here.
I don't want to I want like a diet sandwich. So I'm going to get the spicy one because it looks less filling. But what I like to do is I like to mix my sodas into one drink, and that's really good.
He goes and in Boston, we call that a Boston Harbor.
Yeah.
Where you just mix every single one and it becomes this awful murky brown, sort of cotton candy tasting fluid. And if you've ever been to Boston, it's because the Boston Harbor is gross.
Yeah.
But yeah, sure.
He has it in a can.
And
we call that a seething soda.
Oh yeah.
He goes and he just mixes every single soda together.
You know everything. Does he have like I don't think tip jars exist, but does he have like a tip like kind of place where I can tap my credit QR code?
You can add another credit on.
I'm gonna after I say I like him, I'm gonna give him a good old healthy tip. How much for the sandwiches? I'm gonna do some percentage.
Just a credit.
Credit? Okay, I'm gonna give him 4 credits as a tip.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Maybe he'll share some info with us.
Years rent there.
You like know everything about sandwiches and like you probably see a lot of things going around in this area. You probably know a lot of things.
I mean, I see things here and there. What are you looking to do? I mean, you're.
Well, I'm looking for someone who might know a thing or two about some kind of like high tech items or anything. I'm trying to get some stuff repaired. My friend over here has. And I'm gonna kind of show like the broken arm. It's not great.
No.
When actually I just like undid it myself.
Yeah, sure. It's very much the robot move. But you say that and they say, "Oh man, I'm really sorry, but you're on the wrong side of the river."
Really? Is the other place has more kind of like tech experts? You think?
Well, the Glow Breakers they began as the the Canal Labor Union.
Do you know anyone over there?
Yeah, I know a couple people over there. They're not bad people.
Maybe you could, and I'm going to tap my cred stick again, give another 4. Give me some people you may know, some names.
Yeah,
because
sure.
My friend's really broken. I mean, like, I'm going to, like, go over and, like, try to take off the ear, but it's not coming off.
Oh, no. Stop that. That's gross. Yeah, I know some people. You can stop giving me credits. I was going to tell you anyways.
Oh, wait, hey, I just...
Don't do anymore.
I'm just really, really love local businesses.
You're a strange guy.
Hey. I didn't want to say this, but, I write a small culture blog, and I appreciate places like this,
He puts his hands on the counter. He leans over. You can see the scales of this fish man kind of glistening in the dew. He goes, I named this as a joke, soggy sandwiches, because I didn't think it was going to succeed, but I've been here for 3 years.
Good for you!
I don't really want an article about this place. This is my dad's idea.
Do you want a bad article about it? Because you could do that too.
Do you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I could do that. Yeah, for sure.
Like my dad makes everything from scratch, but you could just say we print it.
Yeah, I'm gonna just start writing this down. Yeah, and we could say that the sandwiches aren't even that soggy.
Sure. If that's gonna make you happy, I think that works for me. Do you want to know about my friends?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask. What works for you? Maybe you could give me some things that work for me.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. There used to be a place over there called Quality Parts with a Z. It wasn't really quality, and they didn't actually have a lot of parts most of the time. You had to order them in. But Paulo, Valo, and Matragon, they can help you out. They're Kalos, they're brothers. They can fix pretty much anything you need. I think the Glow Breakers might have pressed them into kind of working for them, but tell them Solomon sent you.
And where are they on the map, Joe?
So where he is referencing is a place that on the map looks kind of like a dump truck.
This?
Top.
Very, very top north.
Okay. Okay, all right. Thank you so much. And I had a really terrible experience here, and I would not recommend it to anyone.
Thank you. This is going to be fucking hilarious.
Thank you to you.
He pulls up his communicator, and he's like, you can see he's like beginning to like text his friends and stuff. You've certainly made this probably 20-year-old guy very happy.
You've changed his career trajectory.
I'm going to submit an article. It's going to say the driest sandwiches in all of Seethe.
Wow. In a place
And then it's going to have a picture of him.
And it's
him or his dad?
Of the shop. Of
the shop. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Of Solomon's soggy sandwiches. You go ahead, you put that up. You have a skill, I believe, for
Media lore?
Media lore. Go ahead and make a media lore check.
I didn't bring my... Can I borrow someone's dice? D20.
You didn't bring a dice.
No, it's over there. I forgot to grab it.
Gotcha.
What is that?
15.
A 15 plus 7 is 22.
Okay.
Man, this is rolling hot for me.
So you go ahead, you write up this article about the driest sandwiches in all of Seethe. And very quickly, you start getting notifications that this article has gotten pretty big, pretty quick. And sure enough, this is going to have some complications.
Are you under a pseudonym for your...
Yeah, every article,
is under a
everything
pseudonym.
I submit is always under a random name.
What is the name that you choose for this one?
This is going to be Foodie Woody Cootie.
Foodie Woody Cootie.
Woody Cootie.
Woody, sorry.
Woody Cootie.
Okay. Foodie Woody Cootie.
Nice.
That's awful. And that is now a thing. So we'll see how that plays out in a couple of days.
How is this going to be a big deal? I'm so worried about this now.
I mean, there's again not a lot of places that are serving food, and you've kind of blown up this one place that is very close by to where you
Did I
live.
just make a food desert?
No. But you've probably created a civilian foot traffic issue around your direct vicinity.
Oh no! Oh, well.
It's not a problem. It's just potential
More distraction.
casualties.
Yeah, right.
Distractions, yeah. So you do this. You have breakfast.
So based on what the information I got, I'm just asking out of character, would it be possible to maybe get the spike from one of these people, or would I need to look for something like...
You imagine, not knowing a terrible amount about it, the spike is probably a singular object.
Okay, so it's not something someone can make. It's something that's proprietary to Aquadyne, or someone...
It is probably somebody in Digital Storm who has created it painstakingly over the last couple of days, specifically for this function. And for it to work means that they probably do have access to something that is proprietary to Aquadine.
Okay, cool.
So double illegal. So you all head back.
Yep.
What was the soggy sandwich guy's name?
Solomon.
Solomon.
You make your way back to your apartment. Theo, while the group is gone, aside from just kind of observing things, is there anything else that you're doing?
Theo's going to go outside and go do a quick once-over of Pump Station 13.
Okay. You make your way over to Pump Station 13. You do pass a number of people who, like, looking at their communicators, will say, "Hey, did you hear? Solomon actually figured out something with the leaky sandwiches." And, like, kind of people making their way over closer to the bodega that is directly outside. You actually stop there.
Yeah, that's where I got a sandwich.
So, apparently they're blowing up. But you make your way
in
over...
a positive way.
In a positive way.
Yeah,
I
just drew attention to it.
Certainly
Hey.
drawing
Isn't that,
Press is good press.
That's
So
not,
we
not,
actually-
not what Solomon wanted.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
As you make your way down, you do pass off and to your right a garage. And
Right.
this garage
Acting as
is
the Digital Storms HQ multi-level, it seems to be high traffic up above, correct?
heavily occupied.
Yeah.
Are you just walking straight by?
Is there any place to potentially loiter on either side of these buildings, of either side of the garage, on park bench, I don't know, a random wall?
My drone is like trotting beside you, and it pulls out its cord again, so you can use it as a leash.
Oh, sure.
You can certainly do that. There is like benches and things that exist out there. You can see like there isn't phone booths necessarily, but places where somebody might go and like have a more stable infosphere connection. But one thing that you do notice, make a perception check as you sort of walk down the street.
Oh, damn. I'm pretty sure that's a 23.
With a 23, you are seeing drones everywhere. As you walk across the space, while there may not be direct eyes here, you look up and kind of hovering up, maybe 100 feet up in the air, you can see almost silent, a little quadricopter drone, little lights blinking. It isn't directly over you. It kind of passes lazily overhead, but it would be really hard to probably like, because you don't see anybody else doing that. People hurry through the streets here, especially around this building.
Yeah.
And you get the sense that locals take pains to avoid this place.
Did you say that the arcade is like active? Like,
Yes.
Like they're like we saw people in there last time?
Yeah, as you make your way over in that direction, actually, as you had been there previously, you had seen the inside, like the front sort of glass window had been broken out, and like not only is it active, but other kind of more more intense machinery has been lugged into the front floor. So not only is it an arcade, you had seen like a full VR dive set up there. There's all kinds of stuff happening there. But yeah, certainly.
So Theo is going to basically walk along this side of the street, notice all the drones, notice that there's not really anyone like loitering like he would on a corner to just hang out. And as he passes Pump Station 13, he's just going to try to like, you know, is there anyone around? Is there people like standing guard at the front door as he makes his way to the arcade to go use that as his kind of like cover right now?
With your perception check, easy enough, as you cross that station, you can see it has been boarded up. There have been these kind of temporary, I can't remember what zombie movie it was, but they had these really great, they were almost like the barnacles that you put on like a windshield, but you put them on doors, and you kind of lock the door shut with these metal like clamps. Very much like that. They have been put over the windows and the doors here. There's layers of this very cool looking graffiti that actually seems to have some kind of like microchip or very small nano circuitry in it, so that it kind of projects light in front of it. So like it is all these Digital Storm slogans, but they flicker over a little bit. And so you don't see places where that obviously breaks, signs of like a panel that people have been sliding aside and going through. This has been pretty tightly buttoned up. That being said, getting in the inside of it, if you could pry one of these open, if you could secure a key to open it, or even just pick it, because there is a physical key lock that is used for these, you get the sense that probably like not a key like a key, but almost like a wheel that you would insert to crank it open. There's probably nobody like lurking on the inside. The security is really the fencing, the walls, the gates.
Okay. And the locked door, the entrance is facing the garage, right?
Correct.
Okay. Theo does not see any windows or any other entrances into the building on the sides.
None that are open, but again, you can see those kind of like metal clamps that have shut most of them. There are windows. There's 6 of them on either side. On the back, there's a huge window that has been black spray painted from the inside, probably because it's an arcade. But also on the outside, more of those kind of metal barnacles covering them up. There's plenty of ways to access it. If you break the glass that is remaining, it'll be pretty loud. If you break these little barnacle things, it'll break all the glass. So obstacles certainly, but there is ways in.
Okay. Yeah, Theo will kind of like take mental note of that and play like 1 or 2 rounds of an arcade game before making his way back to the apartment.
You attempt to approach the lag pit. At one point, this was an arcade that was open to the public, but as you approach it, you can see on the inside, familiar to you, a number of gambling terminals from the Valor Syndicate have been brought in. And occupying this space, you do see a member of the Digital Storm, though a lot less kind of conventional. You can see like all probably lower level members of the Digital Storm around here wearing those masks. You can see a member of the Valor Syndicate who seems to be largely in charge of this place. They're behind what would have been the prize counter when this place was active, but they are a very large android with these 8 almost octopus-like robotic, like Doc Ock-style tendrils behind them. You can see as they speak to a person, it is like this man very energetically holding like a huge series of these tickets, like points behind. One of the arms snakes back and grabs a pistol off the prize wall and passes it to this guy. This is different than a typical arcade. And at the door, there are a number of house security who are the sort of elite peacekeeping forces of the Valor Syndicate. They wear black suits, they wear sunglasses, even here, even on the inside, even at noon. And they kind of are the people that stand between you and this space. Are you trying to pass them to go in?
Theo is purely out of like, that's going to look weird in case anyone's monitoring drone footage or looking outside the garage to just like, oh, this guy like walked in front of us and then like walked away. And Theo's smart enough to know that like he should probably attempt to maintain a cover of some sort.
You're walking your dog too.
Yeah, I'm walking my dog, but like nobody else is like here. Theo would be like, you know what, let me just try to make it seem like I'm out here with purpose as opposed to like everyone else staying inside.
It's also a drone. It would look crazy for you to be walking a digital dog that does not need to poop or walk or eat or play, which is a whole separate potential tactic to use. But sure, you walk up to this place. You can see there's a Yosoki in a black suit who has their kind of like almost pompadour style hair slicked back. They kind of look you up and down from behind the sunglasses. They're smoking a cigarette. They take it out of their mouth and they just say, whoa. Regulatus has raised the price of entry again.
Wait, what?
100 credits if you want to play.
Man, come on. Can you at least give me like the old rate?
No. Look, if you can't afford it, get lost. Go find something cheaper to do.
Theo will kind of like look back and like, can he see into the behind this guy's back?
Yeah, certainly.
Like, does it seem to be like a lot of people in there, or like
say 5 or 6?
For the size of this place, would that be considered like a lot, or
no? But it's also like noon, and you can hear like gunshots pop off in the distance. There is a war happening here.
When the gunshots pop off, Theo will like not like react like, oh god, he's just like, all right, and I can. It's not like time limit or anything, right? Just hang out and keep on the terminals.
I mean, if you stop spending credits, you're gonna get bounced out. Regulatus don't like people hanging around for free.
All right, sure, okay, we can make it work. And I'll pay him 100 credits.
Okay, you pay him 100 credits, and you make your way inside. As you step past the threshold, there are just like lights and sounds that occupy the space, It's like the war outside falls away and you enter this digital wonderland. You can see like digital cards. There's drone betting, like a little almost BattleBots arena that have these little automatons that will have a sort of randomly decided battle. You pass a whole row of Seethe Racer 4 games. You see Mortal Wombat 6 off and to your right.
Wombat 6.
But what are you looking for in particular? The gambling terminals all kind of line the back wall. And this is where the sort of 4 people who are occupying this space are all kind of lined up.
Theo was hoping to just do like a game or two just to like maintain the air of like someone just like, coming in here to like just screw around, but he just spent 100 credits. So now like I don't know, is there what is it? It's BattleBots, it's drone racing, and do these things on the back appear to be like slot machines or something?
Oh yeah, slot machines.
Okay.
Valor Syndicate slot machines.
Okay.
I have an idea.
Theo doesn't know. I was about to say, unless you can communicate with Fix.
Yeah?
Right.
Are we close enough?
No, unfortunately.
Drop a coin in a machine and then take it out because it's on a string.
Let's put the drone in the BattleBots.
I have a weird question here. Sure. So, technically speaking, right, in a casino, baccarat and craps have marginally higher win rate than someone who's just like playing like another form of poker or another form of like not
blackjack?
Roulette, but then like black, because usually people will go to blackjack.
Is terrible odds.
Yeah, which is like, I don't know why that's like the hot thing that a lot of people want to play, right? But usually because there's so many ways to bet on craps, you can finagle a way to like get mildly higher odds. Obviously not substantially, but is there any game in here that Theo can surmise has like mildly higher odds than like just hitting the slot machine?
You have a corporate lore skill. Make a check, corporate lore check.
Corporate lore.
This pertains to the Valor Syndicate and the way that they run operations.
Corporate lore. Eesh. That is only going to be a 14.
You know, the thing about games of chance is that they're all equally fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's all right.
Everything's 50%. It either happens or it doesn't.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
And, you know, Theo, you have spent 100 credits to get in here. You kind of need to win that back. And if you just play one more game, you probably could do it.
That's true. Theo is going to take the David approach here.
Could he always use his hero point too?
Yeah, of course. This is absolutely a place you could use a hero point.
Soggy sandwiches on Theo.
I'm gonna save it for the actual game roll. I'm sure Joe's gonna make me roll.
Well, we still all have ours. Don't.
Theo is gonna, I guess, surmise. Like, is there a certain like amount of betting you have to do for like BattleBots and the racing and then the slot machines? Is there like a minimum?
Yes, and the minimum is really low. And the slot machines especially, you could just put a credit in there and you could just spend all your credits one at a time. But there are increments. You could also bet 10 credits. You could also bet 100 credits. You could also bet 1,000 credits. There is no real minimum, though.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you for just two more questions here. One, for playing slot machines, if Theo does the penny slot route of essentially doing one credit and rolling, credit and rolling.
We're going to have you do one roll and it's going to count for your general luck.
Yeah. But like, is it like, oh, you've won a roll, so like, you know, you're playing 50 spins, so, you know.
You tell me how many spins and then that one roll is going to decide how well you do average across all of them.
Okay. And then the other side of the house, the racing and the BattleBots, I'm assuming same thing. You roll for general luck.
Correct.
Okay. And the odds are the same where it's like, hey, you bet 50.
Based on your roll, for sure.
Okay.
What is the luck involved using the vending machine?
The vending machine?
Yeah. What if you get like one where a candy bar knocks another one off and you get two? That's a game, Joe. I count that as a game.
If you count that as a game, Everything is a game.
Hey.
The mini games in this world are endless.
Let's go.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna say that Theo is going to go to drone racing, and he's gonna ask. These are just like what little drones run on a track like this.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like a penny slot, a very big penny slot setup, and it's very elaborate. Little like automaton crowds that go up and then down and then up and then down. There's like a little scenery and everything. It's like a miniature version of like Seethe Streets.
Okay.
And so, like, if you've played actually Seethe Racer at all, you're looking at a recreation of one of the maps.
Okay. And I just realized something. BattleBots, I'm assuming, is the same thing, where small robots are fighting each other.
Very much so.
Can I ask my emotional support drone to does it have like a way to talk to me?
So having not had a ton of experience, you kind of look at this drone. Are you saying anything to it?
I'm gonna say
So it can, without me in the area, without me instructing it, it can have acrobatic proficiency.
Yep.
It definitely listens too.
I'm gonna.
So if you ask for something acrobatic, I can do it.
It's a backflip.
Buddy, is there any way you can, I don't know, give me some ideas on who to bet for on this Rock'em Sock'em robot fight?
So have you ever looked to your computer and said, please work? That is what you're doing right now. So no roll required. You look at it, and you are not looking into the eyes of like a sentient being.
Yeah.
You are looking at your own reflection. And then you can see, because this is a device that Nyx has built from like various pieces of scrap, it kind of just ticks a little bit at you. And that is, if you want to interpret that as a response, it sort of leans to the left, but more through like mechanical engineering requirements than anything else.
Sure. Okay, yeah, in that case, he's going to be like, is the left like, he's going to take that as like, all right, I'm going to bet on the left robot.
Absolutely. And how much are you betting?
Theo's going to bet, he's going to bet 50 on the first
Hell yeah.
on the first fight.
So if you win, you double your money.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good odds. So go ahead, roll a d20.
Come on, big money, big money, big money.
That is a 16 on the die.
Ooh.
With a 16 on the die, you watch as these two robots go at it. And I would say you're proficient enough at being able to... I heard it too. You're proficient enough to be able to tell that these strikes are like... They're not even like really hitting each other. You see like the armor dent on one, but it is like a part of the armor that is meant to like warp in. This is... You're watching the WWE of BattleBots. And as that happens, you watch at the very end as these two robots knock each other out. It is a draw. And you get your money back.
Oh.
Okay.
That tells you that you realistically have somewhere in the order of like roughly a 15% chance of winning. It's not great.
Okay. Theo will, having put that together, will now take his... So I won 100 credits.
No, you
just got your money
You
back.
just got your money back. Straight push.
Usually in draws mean you lose.
Usually, yes. But in this case...
Okay. Damn. Theo really wants his money back. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like...
Do it again.
Yeah, sure. Why not? He'll take that and instead go over to fucking drone racing and see if, like, I don't know, you can't fix a race to be a tie across seven lanes.
That would be crazy.
You could order our drone to do something acrobatic to fix the race, right?
I'm trying to think.
But that's a backflip. It fixes the race.
I'm trying to think
Like intercept it with a backflip.
I'm trying to think how to make it sneaky though. Like it can't like.
It does have high stealth.
Jump under the table to like knock one.
Well, think of it like a transformer. Like it can like turn into a different shape and.
I will say, again, this is, for all intents and purposes, a Valor syndicate-owned casino. House security stands on the outside.
Yeah.
There is Regulatus, this giant android, who, while like manning the prize station, certainly seems to be perceiving everything around him.
Sure.
Fixing a game here is a really high-risk proposition.
Yeah. Theo would put that together, and don't get me wrong, he really wants to, but I don't think he's gonna try to like do that. He'll try the robot racing and try again to get his money back.
So, for robot racing, roll a D100.
Oh my god.
I feel like the only game that you can really legitimately cheat at is like skee ball. I feel like that's not that super frowned upon.
A D100, right?
You shouldn't cheat at skee ball. I frown upon
people cheated skee ball all the time.
I swear to God, Joe, I'm not bullshitting. He saw me. That's a 100.
Oh!
Wow.
I swear to God. Because that's a 90 on the 100's eye and then a 10. So.
Give me 1 second.
You just foiled his plans.
Dude, that's either like the best roll or the worst. It's just like your drone doesn't take off.
I love that idea. So, of these little drones, do you choose the red, the green, the blue, the orange, the black, the yellow, or the silver?
Oh my god.
This is where it probably matters.
Don't think too much about it. What's your favorite color?
I don't know why, but when you said silver, I thought of the Silver Ranger from Power Rangers in Space, and I thought that guy was cool as a kid.
So it was all about the Green Ranger, though. But no problem. You pick silver.
I like the green.
At the beginning of this race, the orange flyer takes off. The blue whisper streaks ahead. There are times where the red racer is in the lead, but ultimately at the very end, the Silver Surfer, the very final of these robots, who is your choice, that trails behind by the entire minute-long race, shoots ahead at the very end, and you win. Not only do you win your money, you win your money back and then some. Theo, you walk away. The other two people who are sitting here look very disappointed, but you walk away with 300 credits.
Oh my god.
Nice job.
Nice.
Damn. All right, yeah. Theo's not gonna push his luck. Now he's got his money back. He's gonna go ahead and can you go over to that before I go back and reconnect with everyone? Can I go look at that? What appears to be a Chuck E. Cheese style.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
The
Prize.
Absolutely can.
Yeah.
So you go over to this Chuck E. Cheese style thing, and you can see directly in front of you this huge android kind of rises up. They have this sort of humanoid looking head, but that is the only humanoid feature. It is like a almost jukebox style body, just like a brick going straight down. There are no songs or anything. You can see just like, if you've ever been to
Johnny
Chili's,
Yeah.
people wear all like the flare. He has just like little magnets stuck to his metal body, and all the arms kind of writhe around behind him. But as you approach the prize counter, you can see there are pistols. You see a flamethrower kind of up near the top, and this is not a cheap flamethrower.
Sure.
This is almost certainly like a advanced flamethrower.
Sure.
The prizes here are all lethal. They're all combat oriented. But because it is 8:20 and a good place for us to take a quick break, we're going to step away as you approach the prize counter. And when we come back, we will see what you can get for the credits that you have. There will be a countdown on your screen, and we will be back at the end of it. We'll see you then. Howdy, folks, and welcome back to Skullrunners, our original Starfinder campaign. Thank you for sticking with us through the break if you did. If not, welcome. We are playing Starfinder, and you are a part of it now.
Camera.
I just want to tilt that camera a little bit so we can capture our friends here. Ooh, the earthquake. If you have not joined us from before the break, our party has done all kinds of things today. We have explored the depths of a improvised Hall of Hylax. We have engaged in some gambling. We have gone shopping for food. All kinds of things have happened here. But as we left off, in this arcade known as the Lag Pit, Theo, you approach the prize counter. And this individual, multiple arms kind of flailing around them, stop. And you can see 3 of them kind of hover over different shelves at different heights, kind of ready to grab things. One of them leans on the counter, one of them points to you, one of them gestures a mechanical thumb to themselves, and they just say, "You approach Regulatus. What prize do you seek?"
Theo is on the gambler's high, he almost forgets his voice. I don't know. This is the first time I've won this much money.
Sticky hand.
Can I I don't know. What kind of prizes do you got?
The arms just wave over this wide array of different things, and you can see on this individual sort of wall, the big prizes that you can see are a flamethrower. This flamethrower you can see is an advanced flamethrower, and so for those of you keeping score at home,
does it come with the can?
With the canisters, yeah, you can see there's canisters. So unlike a traditional gun shop, these weapons all seem to be loaded.
Oh, damn.
They sell them loaded, and as you look around at House Security and Regulatus himself, they seem like they can probably defend themselves okay here. And so this they're not super worried about what's over
Good
here.
for them.
But this is a level 4 flamethrower. You can see a number of chem canisters also on the prize wall, a little bit lower.
Sure.
There is an entire row of fragmentation grenades, all of which are tactical level, so level 2. There is a number of knives, most of which are level 2, but you do see a higher tier of knife that are level 4 knives up on a slightly higher shelf. And then on the left and right sides, well, on the left side, you can see it looks probably like it was built somewhere nearby. Pieces of industrial plate mail that have kind of been layered over. This is half plate armor. It's heavy. This is tactical, and so level 5 armor. This is.
My God.
It has scorch marks from acidic sort of exposure, but it's been cleaned and kind of set up very nicely. On the right hand side, this is sort of the sort of prize piece here. This is also half plate, but this has been printed in a factory. This is carbon fiber plate. This is sleek, industrial, not cobbled together. It is lighter than the other armor, and this is probably level 8. This is advanced half plate armor. Give me 1 second. They gesture forwards, and there is one more thing. One second here. But is any of that stuff appealing to you?
I'm assuming Theo has put together that the 300 credits, quote unquote, that he won must be spent here. He can't walk out with them. Is that correct?
No. These are just straight credits. These are not Chuck E. Cheese tokens.
Really?
This is money. You are gambling money and spending money. There's no token economy here.
Can you buy the armor without having to play?
You certainly can. This is credits. This is a store.
Okay. Theo will ask just because he's got that zero knife that he got. He got a bunch of pistols. Doesn't really need any guns right now. But how much is the half plate? Not for himself, but for Vlali.
Sure. The half plate advanced.
Is it light or heavy armor?
This is heavy armor, and for Starfinder 2, because it wasn't in Starfinder 1, there's medium armor as well now. So light, medium, heavy, just like Pathfinder.
I don't think Valley takes heavy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the half plate.
I thought she was jacked. My bad.
She is jacked, but this is it takes special training to wear the heavy plate.
It's like Segin, where Segin's like huge, but like he's very athletically weak.
Yeah.
So we don't really have anyone that can actually use.
He's a little bitch.
He's a bitch.
The half plate, the more expensive half plate is 5,180.
Wow.
That is for that advanced half plate. If you want the cheaper stuff, 1,700 credits. Still expensive, but much more affordable.
But we don't have anyone who can actually wear heavy armor then, right?
Correct.
Okay. Theo banishes that thought away from the mind then. And yeah, the heavy weapon stuff like the flamethrower he can't really use. The knives seem cool, but honestly, like the frag grenades, how much does it cost for those?
Regulatus watches you kind of doing all of this, kind of examining things, and they say, "You, winner, what do you seek? What prize is worthy of such a..." And you could see there's like a brief stalling, "adequate winner."
Well, I mean, I thought I'd won a lot. You don't have to assign adequate, but...
There is a literal value to what you have won. It is 300. That will earn you 3 prizes from the lowest shelf.
Wait, hold on. What? And Theo will like say, lowest shelf. Like, you mean these? And he'll point to like the grenades.
Even below the grenade. So probably the only things left over from the lag pit, little plastic figurines and like little tabs.
Get the inflatable sock and boppers.
Do it.
Yeah, stuff like that, all on the lower end.
The little gel thing that like goes up and down.
There's like a little inflatable horse.
So he gets 3
inner
free
tube.
things. He doesn't have to use this.
No, there are 3 things. Like, so these are 10 credits each that you can get.
Okay.
These are super cheap. These grenades, if you want to grab the grenades, give me 1 second here. On the second shelf up are these fragmentation grenades. These are 80 credits each.
Theo is going to buy Theo's gonna buy 3 of them, so for 240. And what's the dumbest thing on the 10 credit line? Are there any of those sticky hands?
Absolutely.
I love those.
Yes.
Absolutely, and it's like a 5-pack for 10 credits.
Yes.
Theo's gonna get a 5-pack of those.
Fantastic. They're all in like these opaque black wrappers, so it's one of those things where like they're all monocolored, but there's a chance at getting a sparkly one.
Do they function as extendo limbs, Joe?
They do not.
Mechanically?
They do not. Except for lifting very small things once, and then the stickiness is kind of they'll work, but like not well.
Okay.
If we ever need to lift
You have
a
advantage at
postage stamp.
sticking them to the ceiling.
So, yeah, Theo will have spent 250 then. He won 300 in total, but he got 50 to cover the cost of entry.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I'll take the 3 frag grenades. And real quick, do they look like a fragmentation grenade with like a sort of looped pin?
Yeah.
So theoretically, if Theo were to have a throwaway drone, he could potentially wrap the sticky finger thing around the 3 pins, tie it to the drone, have it fly over somewhere, and have Lolly shoot one of the grenades and detonate it.
There are simpler ways to do that, but like
Also, remember, we
cool.
still have that drone I hacked from a child.
Exactly what I'm talking
Nice.
about. That's what
I
I'm
would
talking
say like with a pretty easy crafting check, you could probably rig it so that it would like drop the drones and pull the pin at the same time, so you don't have to like shoot it at 300 feet, but like you absolutely you could do that.
Theo's just thinking like, how could I get an explosion over there to...
Yeah, I mean, you could like do some calculations and then like snip the sticky hand so that with the weight of the grenade and the speed of moving, when it stops, it snaps it and fires it at an angle. You could do a million different things. Absolutely.
Theo's running through that stuff in his head, and he takes his grenades and his small package of sticky hands and says, all right.
Absolutely. You make your way out and into the street a richer man than you were before.
There we go.
For the rest of you...
I imagine we're walking back.
Yeah. You all kind of come back to this place at the same time.
I imagine I'm also I'm kind of giving some universe quizzes, and I'm talking to Segin, and I'm like, so this next one says, you consider yourself a bad girl because A, you don't return your shopping cart to the necessary location for the shopping center. B, you spit chewing gum on the ground.
Oh, God.
Or C, fill in the blank.
Did you say bad girl?
Yeah.
I think I'm a bad girl because I don't return the shopping cart.
Okay.
Those things are awesome. I got like 6 of them.
That's what's in the corner in our cave.
You never know when you need a platform on wheels. Oh, hey, how's it going, Theo?
Going all right. Are y'all are outside or y'all are walking back up?
I imagine we're like almost at the door. We're like, well, we probably all meet as we're...
Sure.
So you begin to walk through the concrete hallways. You make your way back up to your room. Not a whole lot has changed. You kind of enter the space. There is no housekeeping. It's not a hotel. It's an apartment building. So, you make your way back.
Theo calls everyone around a table and shows them his notes and a kind of rough sketch out of what essentially is this map, and calls out all the stuff we talked about earlier.
Can I do a quick scan of the room? Make sure there's nothing that's been planted.
Make a perception.
Nice.
I'm gonna steal your...
Yeah, go for it. This is the lucky one.
What is it?
How do you read this? 17.
Okay.
With a magnifying glass?
Plus, I think it's 10.
Hey,
High power flashlight?
I got it from Matt.
Oh, yeah.
And it's been my dice the entire campaign.
So 27.
It's pretty good dice.
Excellent dice.
You know what's going to happen, because this is like not the combat scene. But once we get into combat, a little one.
Uh-huh. As you walk in next, you reunite first with your drone, which is nice. You don't love being far apart from your drone, so that's nice to be able to do. Fully charged. And you kind of look around, and maybe it's that you've reconnected with this sort of lost part of yourself, but you feel like something is off here. You look around for something that is missing, and nothing is missing. All of your belongings are here.
Is there anything new?
There is something new. And it's innocuous. It's put in a place where this thing might normally be, but there is no doorbell for this room, for this apartment, and even if there was, it would almost certainly be electronic. You note that kind of placed above the door, positioned in such a way that it could look almost like a little alarm for a store, perhaps. There is a tiny bell made out of steel.
Have we stepped in the room yet?
Up to you.
I think I should...
Theo would have, like, if you're going to call it out before, if you notice it beforehand, I mean, Theo's like...
Yeah, I would have been like, hold up, like, I just want to do a quick scan.
Oh, go ahead, bestie. Whatever you got to do.
All right, so, Joe, you tell me if I figure out more info about this thing, but I kind of imagine it as, like, one of the worst scenarios is it's like a laser where it trips if we walk through and something happens. I just don't like that somebody has targeted us and put something there. So I want to be able to assess it with my drone before any of us go in there. Could we, like, camp out with your friends?
Probably, yeah. Yeah, I don't think that they would be upset at that.
You told us about you hanging out with them?
About the Hylaxian Hall? Yeah, everyone's welcome.
So you guys go.
Oh my god, so exciting. Is anyone cute there?
There's one jellyfish guy. He's got a got a lot of muscle.
Doesn't do anything for me.
Oh, okay.
Didn't you say something about a bell?
Yeah. There was a bell at the Hall of Hylax. I mean, if that's it.
That they wanted to ring.
I don't understand it. Right, Max wanted to ring that.
But he said it was buried. And that you'd have to retrieve it.
Yep. It was in the Hall of Hylax. It was in the center.
My first thought was that it was Max that planted something. Because I don't trust that cockroach, but...
I mean, he sounded pretty smart from what you told me.
Yeah, I mean, he's... I don't think that it's him. He wouldn't... That doesn't make sense.
Are there any cameras in the hallway?
Kind of lean out, looking around. You can see mounts for cameras, but like riddled with bullet holes. You can see somebody has like taken the time in one of the places where there was a camera to spray paint like a picture of a camera, but these have largely been destroyed over the last couple of weeks.
Okay. Last Hail Mary, we'd left the drone I hacked in the room. Is there any way that it could have sensed?
Make a computers check. I like that.
There's a lot of good calls coming out from Nick's right here.
What is that? Can you tell me what that is?
A 6.
So 15?
Okay.
Oh, I could do, what's it called?
Nanite Surge?
No, Nanite Surge.
Yeah,
so
nice.
17.
Nice.
With a 17, you examine this. To call it a drone again is very generous. This is something that a child has cobbled together out of makeshift parts. And so you go through, and in most drones, there are functions that wake them up and briefly record when somebody approaches. And that serves to allow different functions to take place within the drone's core. This doesn't even have that. This has all of the functions of a remote control car. And so there is nothing to really look back at. You get the sense that this has not been touched or tampered with. And so whatever force came in and planted that bell in that place didn't think to touch your drone, hasn't stolen anything. And that's pretty weird. But aside from that, nothing really to look back at and see who left this here.
Okay, so you guys go to the room. What were you going to say, Theo?
Theo's going to stick with you. He's not going to hang out with the religious ones.
So I would like to work on, with my computer's skills, of like stealthily figuring out what this thing is, like a intense hacker in the Ocean's 11 movie.
Okay. Make a computer check.
While they're doing that, I think me and Segin are going to go into the Hayek's hall.
Okay.
Do Vesk do it for you? Are you interested in Vesk?
No, too scaly.
19.
I don't really think there's anyone for you there. You'll have fun anyway. We'll have fun anyway.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
The two of you make your way over to that hallway. Give me 1 second here. Change the music. A little less intense.
I can't tell what your relationship is like. I don't know if it's like I don't think you're best friends yet.
What, us? No.
You can't just give away. That's a title for us. You can't just like.
No, I'm your BFF.
Okay.
For the two of you, as you make your way over, you begin to kind of like intensely look at this. What are you doing?
If she needs help with anything, and plus Theo, I'm not saying that she's wrong.
No, I would say she is.
I was going to say, this appears to be a bell.
She's like, she puts on glasses, she gets down on this computer, the drone goes over, and it's like, hacking begins. No connection. There's no wireless access point on this physical steel bell.
Yeah.
And so probably this is not the correct avenue. With the 19, there's no computers present in this bell.
Yeah, Theo is just kind of like looking at you. I'm assuming he's like eating the last bite of his sandwich and just like, so I don't look like a computerized bell to me.
Is it something I can pick up without ringing it? It's okay.
Well, you don't know about that, but you can certainly try.
Because what I was thinking is, we don't know. Maybe it's a good thing that we have it. Who knows? We'll ask the neighbors first, but I could throw it, and then it rings over there, and we can see what happens.
Could I? What does a bell look like? Does it look like a bell from like a hotel?
If you imagine like the Liberty Bell.
Yes.
Like that, very much like the bell shape. No crack in this. It's like perfect. There is no handle to it. It's not really suspended from anything. It looks like it was kind of wedged into the sort of almost molding around the door. And so it'd be very easy to like knock it off, though it doesn't seem to be the intent. It didn't fall when you guys opened the door.
Using the Liberty Bell as an example, Theo just wants to get up and grab it in a way that he's holding the thing in the middle that makes a noise. He wants to grab that and put his thumb on it so that it doesn't ring and just kind of pull it down.
You reach up and you grab this bell. Theo, there is this sensation when you touch this that is not related to the material of the item. It is instantly just so much colder than it should be.
The bell or Theo feels
the bell, and then Theo, you feel this coldness kind of spread through you like a wind. And when you hold this, you can't help but think about times where other people have left you behind. And you think about one person in particular.
Yeah.
And then you were just holding the spell.
Well, let's make sure that Theo's okay. But I do want to ask Max and watch his face for any change of expression, because I suspect.
Let's just say that, because I can imagine this happening very quickly.
Yeah.
Sure.
Before that happens, I'll just like go, oh, it's not a computer, and I will step back over and cast Detect Magic on
Nice.
the bell.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I have to look up the Starfinder version of Detect Magic.
Yeah, something magical.
Let's see if I can give it to you. I guess it's
I have
not
it as
The
well.
problem
on.
is I have the D&D version memorized, and
Right.
it always kind of defaults to that.
I think I have it as
Pulse
well,
registers
so I can
presence
look it
magic.
up.
There
Yeah.
is certainly magic embedded into this spell.
So I send out a pulse. I guess I don't have this heightened to the 3rd rank because I don't have that yet. I send out a pulse that registers the presence of magic. I receive no presence information beyond the presence or absence of magic. I can choose to ignore magic I'm fully aware of, such as magic items and ongoing spells of you and your allies. I detect illusion magic only if that magic's effect has a lower rank than the rank of your detect magic spell, which I guess is 2. However, items that have an illusion aura but aren't deceptive in appearance, such as an invisibility potion, typically are detected normally.
As you cast the spell, this pulse away from you, and this item just kind of glows. It is magical. There is certainly something magical about it.
All right. Okay, that's interesting. This can't be Max. Max said it was in the hall. So I'm gonna take the bell. Or I'll like.
As the kind of cold, like, Theo just kind of like pauses and he's like, oh, "Fuck."
Are you okay?
Yeah, but Max had like been talking.
Yeah.
You told us that Max was emphasizing how you, or insinuating that you left him behind. Like, he was talking
Yeah.
a lot about people leaving,
Yeah.
and this is what the spell is.
Theo hasn't said anything about
It's a
what he
weird
felt.
coincidence.
Theo hasn't said anything about what he just felt. Theo just felt cold, and you saw him pause.
Yeah.
And he just kind of like is holding it.
Yeah.
And-
I'll take. Let me see that. I just want to see if this looks like something from Hylax.
Sure.
I'll take it and hold on to it and examine it.
You touch this bell, and as you do, Segin, for just a moment, you feel loved. But it is just a bell.
It's just a bell.
Did you tell us about your dream?
No.
That you belong?
Oh, yes,
you
I
did.
did.
They did.
I did tell you guys about my dream. Huh. Weird. You said. Did you feel anything when you picked this up?
Felt cold. Felt like the bell felt cold, and then I don't know how to phrase it. It's like walking outside without a jacket. Well, it just kind of washed over the body and kind of didn't make me feel real great. That's kind of what happened.
Is that it?
I mean, it kind of, yeah, I mean, it just made me feel not good. Made me feel like, I don't know, sad with a mix of anger.
Why sad? I'm asking because this definitely is magic, and I don't know what it's doing. What did you feel?
I felt sad. I felt angry. I felt like a wave of negative emotions after the cold, and then after what I would assume is a second or two, it just kind of left.
Okay. Hey, Monk, come here a second.
What?
You're good at words. Hold this bell.
All right. The love touch. It's like a kitschy little mood ring. I love it.
I know.
All right. Touches it.
I love kitschy shit.
One of the things that I also love is in the D&D game that I play on Friday nights, they live in a continent that is infernally touched. And so there is an abundance of cursed items there, but pearls are incredibly rare, so identify basically doesn't exist. So, like, many people are walking around like, yeah, I love my sword. It, like, lights stuff on fire. Also, sometimes I have to, like, skin people, but, like, everybody has to do that, right? Monk would fit right in there.
Oh, so detect magic innately, because I can do that, and I'll just know it's magical, and then I touch it.
You touch it, Monk.
Yeah.
And as you do, not a lot changes. You feel in your body, in this space, the exact same way that you have felt for a long time.
Not accepted, though.
Wait, no, hold on. I think I feel something. No, it's just gas. Sorry, guys. No, it's just me. Sorry. It was those soggy sandwiches. Yeah, I don't feel nothing.
Well, this is really weird. So, when I held it, I felt I just got the words that I belong. Which maybe that's Hylax. I don't know. Maybe that was
you felt the words you belong, or you felt a feeling of being belonging.
It was like it was a feeling of belonging. It was cyclically like the words you belong.
That's so weird. That's what you were talking about in your dream.
Yeah.
Segin, make a religion check.
Okay.
Can I try to touch it too?
Yeah, you absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
He would have.
We'll
have
get
it held
back to
out.
you in one
Wonder
second.
ball, yes.
Religion, that is a 28.
Okay. With a 28. Hylax teaches about belonging and connection and finding that. And so for just a moment, Segin, there is this flutter in your heart because in a span of just a few hours, you have found, just like yours, a hall that has been displaced. Mm-hmm. You have found people who need to once more find this connection. You have been tasked by them, in fact, to create this. For just a moment, there is hope that rises in your heart that perhaps the Forever Queen truly is speaking to you. Mm-hmm. When they say that you belong, it isn't just that you belong on some small scheme to some small family. It is that you belong to something far greater. Mm-hmm. But with that check, as you look at like Monk and they touch this and they just pull away and kind of make some jokes about this, as Nyx touches this, and Nyx, you touch this bell and you feel nothing. Not a single thing. Just a bell, just metal. You can feel, you can't tell if this is a voice or just an intrusive thought. They'll never take this seriously.
Oh.
But there is something with that check that tells you that this is not the workings of the Forever Queen.
Yeah.
There is something else that is... It strikes you that you can hear a bell when it is rung. Mm-hmm. And perhaps through this bell, something is listening.
Okay. This isn't Hylax. This is... I don't know what this is, but I think it's some sort of magical connection to something bigger.
Neither of y'all felt anything, no coldness, no warmth, nothing?
No, nothing.
I would have thought that this would be your magic deity trying to talk to you or something, but
This isn't from Hylax. I don't know who it's from.
Theo's actually going to say, do you mind?
First, I'll
we should
carefully...
speak telepathically.
Yeah, first...
Are we speaking telepathically?
Before I do anything, let's go in, shut the door. I'm going to try to get everyone inside. Shut the door. And I'll just, without ringing it, put it down, take some supplies out of my crafting thing, and kind of, tie up the bell stopper so it doesn't ring. Yeah. Wrap it up.
Your hand kind of replaces Theo's. You never allow it to kind of sound against the walls of itself.
Yeah. I wrap it up, and then I go and put it in the bathroom and, shut the door. And I telepathically go. I don't know.
As you try to do that, you wrap it up. You go to the bathroom.
It's on the table.
You put it on the counter and you go to release it, and you find that it's hard. Much harder than you would expect to just let an item go, because even though you're pretty sure this is not the Forever Queen, it could be. And maybe it is just something that belongs to the Forever Queen that was corrupted. Maybe there is a darkness that has taken hold but did not belong there. If you put this down, if you set this aside, you might cause something to lose its belonging forever. Mm-hmm.
If he specifically?
If anybody.
If anybody. Right?
I look at it and I go, it's just a bell. Forever Queen is bigger than just a bell. And I do whatever I can to like try to put it down and say it's just a bell, like out loud to myself, trying to steel myself to put it down.
You put the bell down. It is just a bell. And so you set it down. It is just a bell. In the back of your mind, you hear almost like echoes. It is just a bell. It is just a hall. They are just people.
Ooh.
But you set it down.
I set it down. I close the door. And at this point, I'm actually concerned that I'm compromised because I keep having these thoughts, but I speak cyclically to you guys and I go, okay, I don't know if that keeps us free from whatever's listening, but it's our best shot.
If we had two people essentially feel nothing when they touch it, I don't know what it was that made me feel cold and negative emotions when I first picked it up, but I mean, if you're saying that this is not right, I mean, hell, we have a river of acid. Why don't we just throw it in there?
Can I instruct my robo dog to go into the bathroom? Is that where it is?
It's in the bathroom.
And start playing NPR.
You could certainly have them go in there. NPR is not a station on Seethe, but you certainly can have them play something like that.
Where it sounds like a passive talking, right? So if somebody's listening in and they're not paying attention.
From the inside of this bathroom, you can hear this electronic kind of like, again, because the drone cobbled together by you, it doesn't have like, factory speakers. It is like the speakers of a monitor from your workplace. And so very tinny, but you can hear the sounds of a voice just kind of saying, and the acid rain is falling in the deeper Seethe. Like just beginning to kind of talk.
If I toss a towel over it, will it muffle it, make it sound more, less staticky?
Sure.
Yeah, that's okay.
Throw a towel over your drone. Even though the drone is not sentient, you feel like for a moment like the algorithms are confused by that action. But it bobs for just a second and recovers.
Today, an axiom relay.
Thanks on all things thought about.
So you were saying if two people felt nothing, then it could mean something, you think?
What I mean is that, like, I look, I don't really care for or believe in whatever this kind of stuff is, but I acknowledge that, I mean, we have a guy who can summon paper out of thin air and someone else who believes in some type of, I don't even know what to call it. So I'm willing to give you that. That being said, why did I feel something and they didn't? If it was just you that felt it, then I'd be like, all right, well, hearing voices in the head, sometimes that happens to people.
My assumption is that you were targeted because you're naturally just a more extroverted team member than us, and so you might have garnered a name. I mean, Vlali, she's taking a nap, but maybe it would have happened to her if she'd touched it.
Wait, say that part again. You said because I'm a more extroverted team member?
Yeah, like you've been talking for most of the like presenting yourself as when we meet people.
Sure.
Interact, right? Besides that one guy doing the crossword in the cafe. So I just wonder if your face has gotten around, or like your name, and they're like targeting you specifically. I don't know. That's just a hunch.
It is targeted, but I don't know if it's targeted to. I don't know what they're targeting, because if it was targeted to you, why would I feel like I belonged when I picked it up?
I think
it would be so hard for me to put it down.
Wait, you said you felt like you belonged?
I felt like I belonged, like.
So something positive.
Yeah.
That I didn't feel great at all. I felt honestly
that's weird.
Really shitty.
What happens if you hold it together?
What if we hold hands?
Yeah.
We could.
We could all hold hands together.
Wait, so guys, I think Nix is onto something, but maybe they're onto something in like the ballpark of the idea. I think Hylax is the god of connections, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a way of presenting connections that you guys have in your life, but in different ways. I mean, you feel love because you're feeling love from Hylax, and
and he just found his some people.
Yeah,
this isn't from Hylax, and I'm thinking back to those intrusive thoughts from before that people they're just people. I'm like, this isn't Hylax. It's something else.
Well, if it's something else, my vote still stands. Let's grab that thing. I'll do it myself. I'll walk down over there by the river.
No.
That's why we have drones.
Don't throw it in the acid.
We
Not
have
just yet.
Remote car.
We should put it back where it was. That way the person who ever planted it doesn't know that we know about it.
I think we were meant to find this.
I would say I'm pretty sure they know about it after we moved it around and we're playing NPR in front of it. And they're not hearing our voice talk pretty much at all now.
The more we're talking about it, the more I think it might be Max.
That's so interesting. I mean, you say he was obsessed with a bell and all this other stuff, but you said he's a devout Hylax follower, and you say this isn't related to Hylax at all. So, do you think he's gone off the path?
Did you notice anybody else kind of sketchy in the room with you that you talked to?
Everyone else was normal. Everyone else was devoted to Hylax. They were trying to build the place up, make connections with each other, but he was just sitting off in the corner on his own, and he was talking about the pleasures of being lonely.
That doesn't sound like Hylax at all. Can I do an occultism or occultism check to figure out what god would be independence or loneliness? Sure. What am I doing, Joe?
It's up to you. Religion or occultism, they get you different things.
I got 15.
Maybe do occultism, because...
You did religion?
I'm pretty good on it. Religion.
I'm good at both, but I will do occultism. Where's my occultism? 15. Oh, no, I'm not that good. I'm 2. That I was.
Damn.
Better than my religion, though. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, you said 2's better than your religion?
Yeah.
I thought you said you were good at both. What?
I thought I was. No, I think I put it...
Incorrect.
Yeah.
So what's your total?
17.
Oh.
This is a bell. You were looking at a bell. And what is a bell, if not somewhat primitive technology? Monk, this could be the sigil of Triune, the god of technology. And though usually that is seen in more advanced constructs, you look around at this war-torn place, perhaps this is the best that they could do under such circumstances. But you're not confident in that answer.
It could be the god of Triune. He's very into technology, and kind of there's like a whole idea behind Triune of like a collective unconsciousness between all kind of digital based.
It could be.
I will say, Segin, given your background, probably not.
Yeah, probably not. We'll have to... I mean... Okay. We have to put this aside.
Where, like, in relation to where we are in the room, where was Max? Like, because I'd like to... These walls seem pretty thin. Mm-hmm. If I could just connect my arm onto the wall and almost do like a glass...
Try to listen to the...
Before we even,
vibrations in the wall
to
caused by vocal emissions.
NPR? No.
Sure.
Yeah, I can, like... try to position you somewhere, because he was in like a corner, so I imagine he was.
He was looking out the window.
He's looking at like a viewport, like a digital viewport with a looping video.
So are you kind of going over to the back of your apartment and like trying to listen through? Make a perception.
Right here.
Wait, where is it? Perception?
Oh, perception. It's. I just do my what's it called? Roll for initiative, and that's just perception automatically. So if you
that's smart.
Yeah.
Where's the initiative?
I mean, mine's all digital. So
is that it? No.
No, that's your armor.
Perception.
It's
go down to perception. It could be under perception.
It's like for me, it's on the top of my.
Yeah, it's
I just lost it.
It's in a different place because it's not under general skills. Perception has a lot of places that ties in.
No, right there. Wait, that is that plus. No, that can't be +1. Could it?
Top right of your sheet.
It might be +1.
It could be +1.
It could be plus. Can you roll that?
For a mechanic, especially.
Yeah, it might be +1. I think it's +1. Because mine's only +5.
Is that a...
It's got to be +1. It's yeah. I think it's 1.
So perception check.
0 point.
Nice.
Getting close to the end of the session.
Yeah, might as well.
10.
You listen, and you hear the wall. the drywall, and that is it. You hear a faint electronic sort of ting 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 of like maybe like a washing machine ending or something, but not a lot.
Guys, I'd love to do more Nancy Drew stuff, but I am really thinking we should focus on the mission. We can maybe get back to the bell and the Hylax stuff later.
We have to quarantine this for now.
Yeah, good idea.
It is quarantined.
How confident are you that it's this Max guy?
I'm not confident of anything right now. What I'm sure of is that this bell, whatever it is likely connected to whatever rituals are happening over in the desecrated hall.
I just want to make sure that you're not compromised on our mission. So I think my instinct was to just move away from it if you are able to detach yourself from it. And we can leave it somewhere where we know where it is.
When we go to the hall, we're bringing the bell with us.
I think that's a good idea.
That's the only thing that we can... That's the only place we'll be able to figure all of this out.
Okay, so if we're going to bring the bell, I'm going to have my drone carry it inside of them. I don't want you to be touching it and be more compromised.
Okay.
So hold on real quick. Enlighten me, please. How do you know it's related to the ritual here?
It's the only thing that makes sense.
A bell to a bell.
Now.
It's definitely magical. It's definitely either some sort of larger entity. Whatever they're sacrificing, whatever rituals they're doing, the only reason this would show up here is if it's connected to that ritual somehow. I can't explain it. It's faith.
Correct me. I'm sure that's why I'm not connecting the dots here. However, to line this up, your friend Max, whatever happened to you, you believe he is lost, you run into him about, a few hours ago.
Literally next door.
Literally next door. And his compatriots tell you that he just kind of showed up to their hall out of the blue one day random, right?
Yes.
And he was acting as he was right now when he showed up to their hall, right? This disconnected, kind of aloof.
Yeah, sounds
depressing.
like he didn't want to give a background to them either, based on what you told us.
Right.
Yeah, he didn't say... He told them almost nothing about his history.
If this is Max,
White liar.
right? Who's to say he didn't get that from wherever he was before he approached that this hold?
It was plus 10.
Whatever it is, however it's connected, he had the bell when he left he must have had the bell when he left Hylax Hall.
Right.
And there must be
We're assuming that it is him.
Assuming it's him. And this must be what he wants to brought back to Hylax Hall and what he wants wrong. I don't know what that would do. I need to know what it would do. We have to go back there. We have to get the hall back for the people of Hylax. And if we can figure out the bell, if we can get it, if we can contact Hylax through the bell somehow, or I don't know. We just have to figure out this mystery.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We should go there first, and then kind of make our way around, because we have to go to the pumping station anyways. So we should make some plans right now, so we can start on the mission. Because I want to get there. I want to figure this mystery out just as much as you.
Yeah.
I have a question, Joe. Is there any kind of check Theo can make right now to, I guess, I don't want to say determine the plausibility of what we've just kind of run through, but like both Theo and David are kind of like kind of trying to plot this out like, all right, Max is gone for a while, he reappears, he seems kind of fucked up. Perhaps he had some interaction with, I don't know, God of being a bummer or whatever and now he's just not having a great time.
Eeyore.
And God of being a bummer, and now he just wants to make everyone have a bum day. Like that's like I don't even know what to call like that kind of check.
Sure. I would say for that, what you're talking about,
Does it even make sense? I guess that's what I mean.
You would probably need to talk to him and ask him questions to be able to determine that about him.
Yeah.
Based on the information purely that you have, that would probably be like a religion or occultism check to see how it kind of aligns.
Right.
And given that both Segin and Monk seem to have a better background than you in that area, you get the sense that you probably won't turn up more than they have in that regard.
Yeah.
But Max is next door.
Yeah. I guess here's a better way I phrase it. They have the knowledge. Theo's trying to make the connection. You can be learned in a craft or a skill, but knowing how to connect them together to perhaps turn a profitable business or have some kind of new original idea. That's what Theo's trying to do, is make the connection between the knowledge that's been imparted from these two.
And what I'll say to that is that if both Theo and David don't seem to be able to see the connection, that probably says something.
Yeah. Theo really wants to just go ask Max, like, dude, did you put a fucking bell in my apartment?
Are you sort of verbalizing that?
Theo, yeah, you know what? Theo says that out loud. Like, I kind of just want to ask this punk if he came in here while we were out.
Okay. Well, before we do that, let's take a picture and bring the picture to the person whose name I absolutely remember.
The cool guy.
Yeah.
Sheldon?
Chef.
The sandwich guy.
Theo.
Oh, I was like,
yeah.
the sandwich guy? We're bringing a cold
Solomon?
Sorry.
Hey, I got sandwiches.
I had me up 5 seconds ago.
I'm glad that it was the sandwich guy.
He's probably overrun with customers right
I'm
now.
going to provide my my Polaroid camera so we can take a picture of it.
Okay.
I have a thermal scanner.
Yeah.
Is it possible for me to see if there were footprints coming from the other doorway to ours?
Yeah.
That's a good.
Lord.
Yeah, having a lot of good technology calls here, man.
Make
I'm
a
loving
computers
it.
check.
Right there.
As all of this is happening, Nix, you think about this and you're like, wait a second. If they're suspecting that a person came in, maybe there's a way to determine that.
Okay. Does anybody want to give me their hero point? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, mine.
Here.
No, well, I'll take his.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, 18
Hell yeah,
plus
bestie.
8. So 26.
With a 26.
Yeah.
You... Let's see, let me pull this up here.
Definitely.
You take out this thermal scanner, you look through it, and you have to literally get on your hands and knees to see the faintest bits that still retain heat. But yes, there have been footprints in here. Before all of you, almost like little lines of heat now remaining.
The track from the other door?
They come from the door. You kind of open
Nix,
the
what
door.
are you looking at?
You look out, and then the concrete walkway, ever so slightly warmer because they are more recent, you can see those footprints disappear into the room next door.
Yeah. All right.
And
yeah.
much more recently, still warm, they have emerged and they have left. You can see these footprints lead towards the stairwell.
Okay. I'm gonna. Hey, you guys, like, just hang tight here. Don't do anything. Just give me like a minute.
Okay.
I'm gonna just run down these staircase and see how far I can track them.
You just run, book it down the staircase. You run and you run.
I'm
And
keeping contact with you because I'm just nervous.
you get to the street. Make a perception check as you run out into the street. It is
So 26 total.
maybe 2 in the afternoon. And as you look out, you can see faintly at the very end of the street, there is a car, a Tomo taxi, not the one that you guys took, but a real one that is in service. You see no driver, but you do see the back of a head, a human's head. And you can see the kind of pale skin on the back, spider-webbed with these silvery veins. That is Max.
Nice.
They're in a cab, and they're heading north.
It's moving.
Yes.
Can I try to throw my drone, get close to throw something sharp, whether a nail or something at the tires?
It's too far. Yeah, too far to be able to do that. And it's a hover. It's a hover car. It's not. There's no tires that you can spike. But I do like that. They're kind of driving off into the north.
So I keep them all updated.
Okay.
Like,
And I go
in live.
as you do that. Can we see it from the window? Or is it on the
No,
opposite
other
side?
side of the building.
So-
We're looking this way. The car's on this side.
Okay.
If I start going with it, will I be able to catch up with it?
Not a chair. It's a car.
Right,
Yeah, it's a vehicle. It's taken off. As it makes its way through this kind of main boulevard, you can see it approaches where there is like a huge tower, 100-foot tall, like water tower up on these big concrete platforms. And they
Any
just continue
motorcycles
on.
I can hijack around?
There are motorcycles around.
Yeah, I got Freaker, so
Make a computer strike.
Damn.
1. Okay, so wait. So I'm gonna add.
We
So-
have
It's a
two.
natural,
nat
it's
one,
a
you can't
natural
add.
We have
one.
2 tokens
Yeah.
left. We have 2 hero
Yeah,
points
I
left.
mean, if people are up to it.
Do you want to go? or you want me to-
You know what? I'll give it to you.
Reroll that.
I don't want to make a scene.
Okay, so 17 plus 8. So.
You run
5.
down to the street. You can see this cab taking off, and you dip into the alleyway. You pull aside bits of newspaper, and somebody has covered up a pretty sleek, like neon green hover motorcycle sort of thing. And you go over, you connect to it. There is like sort of industry standard kind of firewalls and protections, but you override those very easily. And for all of you, Nyx disappears, and then from the
With my
street,
drone, yeah.
maybe like maybe 30 seconds later, you can hear this electronic, and Nyx, you take off
And
on
I
this
get
motorcycle.
+1 with Freaker, so
Nice.
that matters.
It doesn't matter. You have root access to this commercial
Great.
motorcycle, and you take off. I would say one final check to be able to follow this. Make a survival check. And this is to track this car through the streets here.
Come on, big money, big money.
So 18. Has it been an hour since I did the last nanite surge?
Yes, it has.
All right,
Been
so 20.
Far longer. Very nice. With a 20, you all hear this motorcycle into the distance
Where the fuck are you going?
as you begin to follow this person. And how long are you going to follow them for?
Like as long as I need.
Damn, you're tracking them down.
Yeah, I'm like
Bounty
on the
hunter.
hunt. I'm literally in hunt mode.
Nyx, don't go too far.
I've got a killbot with me
There
too.
she goes. Goodbye, Nyx.
Definitely leaves your kind of telepathy range.
Yeah.
You begin to track away, and as you do, you recognize at first you are heading off into the north, and then gradually you begin to head just a little bit more to the west. More to the west. An hour passes, and this cab is still going.
Damn.
And you recognize, Nyx, you're heading towards the sort of northern airlocks of this. They're leaving Aquadine, probably.
So
And they're going out of Seethe.
Oh.
Are you going to continue to follow them? Okay.
Damn, you are? Oh, shit.
So we'll get
Damn.
back to you in just a second. For the rest of you, you hear the electronic sound of this bike just take off, and then slowly, the sounds of just life around this place kind of continue. You can hear gunshots in the distance. You can hear people kind of moving about in the apartments around you. Are you doing anything as you like lose this connection to Nyx?
Well, we
Before
need to-
you left, did you indicate to us that it was Max?
Did I have a close enough range when he was on the street?
What is the range on
You can
it?
just use your comms
I've-
too.
It's 100 for us.
Oh, yeah.
It's 120.
You can use your comms too.
You would need to use your comms to do that.
Yeah. You can just set it in code.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm honestly, after like, I would say like 20 or 30 minutes, Theo thought like, oh, it's like a bike chase in a movie, right? It can't be that long, but then like, oh my god, it's been like 30 minutes. Theo's gonna call your comm.
Yeah.
As soon as you indicate that it's Max, actually before that, like after like 5 minutes, I'll be like, this is weird. Let me go talk to the people in the Hylax Hall. So I go over there, just knock on the door, see.
And I'll come.
Honestly, yeah, I'm gonna go too with you.
Okay,
Now.
so the rest of you make your way.
I knew I'd
over.
drag you to church.
Well, now I'm mad. So
You exit your apartment and you go to the one next door. You knock a couple of times and the door opens and there is nobody inside.
Whoa.
Oh, whoa.
Not nobody. You look down and standing, holding the door open, is this tiny, 1 foot tall Raxolite.
Oh, yeah.
Little wooden body, little almost dandelion-like flowers now sprouting out of their round bulb-like head. They have this woody shell that is slightly covered in now they're also wearing the tiniest robes of Hylax that you have ever seen. They have these tiny little metallic tendrils that drift off their back, similar to the android that you had seen, though significantly smaller, and these seem much more advanced. But they look up at all of you guys, and then Segin, seeing you, they would just go, "Oh, hi, Segin.
Hey, what happened? Where is everybody?
People are out?
They're out? Okay. Is Max here?
No, he left too.
Okay.
No,
Which is weird. He normally stays.
Yeah, he didn't seem like someone who got out much. We got...
Hey, do you guys want to pray?
I would love to pray, but before we pray, someone put a bell in our apartment. You have the picture, right?
Yeah, I'm going to show the photograph.
Where is the bell right now? It's
In the bathroom.
In the bathroom. I haven't touched it. Is this the bell that Max was talking about? He was talking about a bell.
Oh no, Max was talking about our communal bell.
Yeah.
We ring it before meals and before rituals. It's in the hall.
Okay. This is just really weird because someone just left it here?
It's not that weird. Max has a thing about bells.
Oh. Why?
I don't know. He's
doesn't-
kind of weird.
He doesn't share anything with anybody?
No, not really. He just kind of whispers to the dark.
We're not going to know until we get to the communal hall and ring that bell.
We're not going to ring that. Maybe we'll ring that bell.
We're going to have to get there to find out.
Let's pray for some guidance.
Theo is gonna look around real quick. Correct me if I'm wrong, but does this does not seem like a quote unquote well-funded operation, right? They just have some
No,
fake...
this looks like this is to a church as a dorm room is to a house. It is very quickly. They've slapped things up. You can see there are plants that have been kind of trained around. It's better grown in than you would imagine something like this to be. But aside from that, it is literally the exact same apartment that you have, just slid over to the right with a couple more plants.
Is there any way that Theo can surmise if this was hastily thrown together?
Yeah, oh, easily. You can see there are suitcases still in corners open with things still kind of trailing out of them. Yeah, for sure.
So I'm gonna kind of Segin, we don't need to pray just yet. I think we need to really focus on getting to this place. And before we do that though, we gotta get this spike thing to inject into the pumping station. So once we get there, we can cross the bridge. There's many ways we can cross the bridge. We can talk about that. Maybe we don't even have to do the bridge. But we need to get this spike thing, and then we can get over there. So I'm going to lay out the map of the projection on my comm. So I'm kind of showing everyone. So
Theo's going to say,
this little
hold
Raxolite
on.
kind of
Yeah,
walks
Theo
over.
is going to
What's this?
to grab your wrist so that you're not projecting, and then look very obviously at this guy, rat dude, and say, perhaps we can table this till we're at our own table.
Yeah, that's fine.
You can use our table.
That's okay.
They're the same size. They're all standard.
I'm sure they are. I just happen to prefer our table, and we can definitely talk about what he wants to talk about when we're back at our.
Yeah, let's head over to the room now. Actually,
Can I come with you guys?
I'll just say a quick prayer and I'll join you. Let's pray. Real
Maybe you can pray with him, and then he can come over while you continue to pray.
While we're
Okay.
and while we're in
Right.
there, I'll not obviously search or anything, but just look and see if Max's stuff is there or if it's gone.
Sure, make a perception check.
Yeah. That is going to be a 25.
With a 25, you look around, and you can see where Max had been kind of seated. There is a little sleeping roll that is unbound, very well made. It doesn't look like it's ever actually been used. You can see a towel, some other kind of gear that might be given to a visiting member of a Hall of Hylax, all unused, but it's all still there.
Okay. Okay. So I will pray for guidance quickly with I mean, while these guys get started on planning.
Do you want to talk to him telepathically while you chat?
I'm praying.
As we walk in the room, we'll be like, it's not a big deal. That guy's harmless. I mean, come on. Those little things. Okay, so I'll pull up the map now. So let's make some plans, guys. What are we thinking here?
Honestly, I wanted to take one of these grenades, detonate it somewhere over here, to allow me a little bit of a diversion to get into Pump Station 13, see what I can do, see if there's any kind of map or indication that we can cross underneath here in any other way to come up to this place underground.
Okay.
Because these two places are heavily fortified, and I don't know if we would be able to take one down in a stand-up fight because there's so much personnel over here that'll reinforce these positions. So we need to either distract these people enough or come in from somewhere that they're not expecting.
Okay, I like it. So diversion, break into the pump station 13, and...
I don't even know if that's going to lead anywhere.
I mean, hey, it's worth a shot. All tunnels lead to somewhere.
But, yeah. All that being said, before we even kind of keep going down this route, I don't know if any of those guys are in cahoots with each other. If we're for sure, and I guess Nix is right, like it was Max, I don't know if I'd trust anyone else in that room. For all we know, he might have corrupted them too.
Maybe. I don't know.
They said that guy was there for what, months?
Could be. I don't know. You gotta trust people sometimes. I mean, I get it. You know, the city of Seethe, it's a dangerous place. You live by your teeth. But, you know, I know Segin. The Hylax people, they're all right people. That Carla, she healed us for nothing.
Max is a Hylax person.
That's true.
So...
I open the door. What about Hylax people? Mm-hmm. Come in. All right. So you were. So Pump Station 13. I think that was the way across, right? But
no. Our ways across that we know of is this bridge, this bridge. This is just a hunch.
Yeah.
That's a gamble.
And before we get to that pumping station,
we need to get the
spike. And you mentioned that possibly we could maybe get that from the leader of the digital store.
The only way that works.
These plans are too in-depth for them to not have that spike already.
Yeah, so we got to go to them first, and then we can go to the Pumps 13 and make our way underground, hopefully. Maybe they'll have a map that we can use.
The only way this works is if we work with Digital Storm at least a little bit.
Okay, sounds like a plan. I think we got some idea.
So you build this plan, but you, Nix, you're heading due west. And eventually, on your bike, you kind of are able to weave through traffic. You do pull onto bigger streets, and you do find, after that hour, that you turn onto a very large road. And this is the road that leads to Ledger Core.
Ooh.
It will be about a day's travel to get from Aquadine to Ledger Core, but you can certainly make your way there.
Bessie, don't leave me.
You tell me, Joe, if you want me to stay with them, but I would like to go to Ledger Core.
So you'll be traveling multiple days away from your group.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
All that stuff that happened right now with us, I'm going to assume that took 30 to 45 minutes. After, I was like, damn, you've been gone a long time. Theo would have called you to see what's going on.
So as you're nearing this place, as you see these signs, you get this call from Theo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so now we know where he's at. We can...
Where's he going?
Ledger Core.
Theo's going to look at you.
Can we see?
What's she saying? Hold on. Where's he going?
Ledger Core.
Oh. I'm going to lie down.
Okay. Just right where he is, Segin just lays down. That takes up a lot of space.
I really don't want you going by yourself there.
Yeah, totally. I totally what you mean. Okay.
Your drone's getting real sad without you being here.
My drone's with me.
Okay, cool.
Your drone's with me. Well, I don't think I can track it or anything, so...
The journey there is going to take multiple days?
Yeah, so I should turn back.
So Max is going to be there multiple days. Or we can assume.
Yeah.
We can assume that he's going to be there multiple days.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Go back.
Okay. You turn around on your motorcycle and you take off. Eventually, you do make your way back. And you all can kind of gather together, probably about 6 o'clock in the afternoon now.
Hey, I'm back. I already told you on the what happened. So
Right.
I'm like sitting up right now, and I go, "You can't be selling me out to Ledger Core."
So if it's Ledger Core, isn't that your brother?
We know who owns it's a corporation that owns the money.
Well, I don't even think you all know about my brother.
No, we don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
We know the name that you searched through.
Yeah, y'all know that I searched some guy named Eric.
Only me and Valley know that too.
Yeah, but yeah, other than that, I don't think y'all know about my brother. And even then, the only relation in Ledger Core is that he owes them money.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
Oh, Max probably knows that.
I'm gonna update Nix on our
almost certainly
plans. And so our next move is we're gonna go over to Digital Storm and we'll try to talk it out with them.
Okay. Before you can do anything, I cartwheel over to the bell. I put it on the remote control car throne, and I send it off into the distance.
It's the generic distance, or do you have a
Throw it in the
specific
acid.
distance in mind?
Destroy it. Throw it in the acid. You're gonna just have it go. You have it go somewhere
Yeah,
else.
because if it's a tracker, like, then they think that we're
then
somewhere.
it's going somewhere else. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like it.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
All right.
So you're going to set it to like a random, just kind of off into the distance. Okay. Roll a D100.
It finds the kid again.
Yeah, this one, right?
Oh boy, what's this?
It's a D10 request.
My RC car is back.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that'll work.
I'm gonna ring this bell.
So choice.
Ruin an NPC's life.
So
50.
60?
56.
56.
Or
51.
Or 51, sorry.
51?
It's 51.
Okay.
Oh, it was a 1? Oh, I think you had 60.
You go outside onto the kind of balcony above this concrete courtyard. You take this drone with the bell in it, and you just close your eyes and just throw it up into the air. It kind of unsteadily makes its way away, and you hope that perhaps you have not visited some darkness upon a child. But that is something that you have put out into the world. With that taken care of, perhaps, what is your next step? You have a rough plan to talk to the Digital Storm.
So, like, we kind of, I don't know, I think there might be like a kind of miscommunication here. So, we need to, I guess, vote on this. Do we want to approach Digital Storm, or do we want to try to, like, finagle, like, I'll put on Shark's face again? That is different than attempting to recon that spot.
Yeah.
So, like, what do you all think is like the best route? Because this is just like Theo blowing shit out of his ass. Like he just thinks that there might be something that you can find in there. That doesn't mean that there actually is going to be in there. We can just
Theo,
go directly to.
You know, I like to pursue curiosities, so I would be very curious to see what's in there too.
Yeah.
I don't see how we pull any of this off without getting the spike from Digital Storm, and I don't see how we get the spike from Digital Storm without working with Digital Storm.
And I guess you're right. The more we wait, the more the car dissolves.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we approach Digital Storm, and we say, "Hey, we have these plans. Somehow we're the heroes." I don't know. One of you can figure out.
Do you remember the guy's name? Who gave us the plans?
He said that Shark's name is Ralph.
Okay.
But
do we know his name?
I don't think he said it.
His name is... One second.
Yeah.
I don't believe you got his name.
I don't
He's
think
the one-armed man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't say his name.
With the tragedy face.
He just said that, like...
Oh. Okay, so we know the shark's name is Ralph, and we know that they don't know he's gone off somewhere. So I actually have a second skin. I didn't know that. I could put on that face, and like not look like a robot, and then have the mask and the poncho. Didn't we have a poncho or something?
Yeah, we have ponchos.
And so I can look like that guy and look legitimate because they know that he exists.
Okay, so
we can do that. I think the easiest way to pull all this off is to show up and say, "Hey, we got these plans from somebody. Like, you lost them, we have them, we want in on the job."
I agree.
How are you going to react, or what's the game plan here when they say that those plans are ours? Why don't we just kill you?
Yeah, there's a lot more
we
than
don't bring
us.
the plans with us.
Right, but like,
Still.
do you have something of ours? We'll just kill you, or kill one of your friends until you give us the plans back.
That's what I think is gonna
The thing here, for me at least, is these people have been fighting for, I don't know, recent history and have put a lot of bodies around that vehicle. They obviously
we say we have your plans. We'll get in on the job. We'll get it done. This is what we do. We offer our services.
Right.
Maybe we don't say we have the plans. We just say we offer our services.
Maybe we don't even mention we offer our services. Maybe we just ask for it. maybe we just try to get the digital spike from them. Either we steal it or we make some sort of trade because you know what?
We just did full circle.
I like the idea of walking in.
No, we can trade them.
Just staring at them and then walking out. That's kind of
with a sad face.
That's a real alpha move.
I understand David's predicament.
No, and I like I do like. So all of these are good ideas, and they have different merits.
Yeah.
Going into this building, I will say, is across the street from a pretty large concentration of digital storm. Right. And so if you wanted to recon that building, you could then in turn use that spot to scout out that building and see who is there and maybe plan out ways to interact with them a little bit more informed. You could also just go straight there. Time is a factor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so you could go straight there. You could hold up a boombox and say, I am just a criminal. Here trying to get a job from another criminal. There's a lot of ways that you could go about this.
Segin is already making the signs to hold up.
Yeah.
I think I should. I just really want to dress up. I think I should go as that guy, and you guys can say that I referred you in.
Honestly, like, I'm cool with that. Like, if our objective is the spike, to grab the spike, I would hazard a guess that it's somewhere close by, or at least in their headquarters. And yeah, we helped you out. You were running, you got shot, you held up in a building. We kind of helped you out. We're just guns for hire.
Maybe I get a referral bonus.
Yeah, you kind of you want us on this job because you felt like we were really good guns, and yeah, I could definitely see that. It's a believable story that gives us a little bit of cover. Because I don't know, if we just say like we're here, we have these plans, like these are criminals, right? I mean, I wouldn't. Someone told me they had something valuable on them and I wanted it. Like, why wouldn't I just take them hostage?
Yeah, I respect Segin, but I think that they would definitely torture us or kill us immediately because there's way more of them than us.
Sadly, Segin holds up the big Valentine's card that says, "Please accept these plans," and rips it up.
Yeah, they'd be pretty upset about us stealing their plans if they found out.
Segin had like glitter glue and everything.
I did.
I pick it up and I put
art.
the heart back together, and I say, you can actually use the other side. Let's just scribble this off, and say, "Can I join your gang?"
Okay.
Just a paper mache heart. Can I join your gang?
That's the best gang initiative.
It is like a promposal, but for joining a gang.
Yes.
So, okay. So your current plan
glitter.
is you are going to impersonate the courier.
One-armed man, but they don't know he's one-armed anymore. Right?
You're going to go to Digital Storm, and you are going to say, hey, I got shot, but these guys bailed me out, and they are going to help us get this job done.
Okay.
Cool. So, as you get this plan concrete and in your minds, and you begin to get ready to put this into action, it's about 6 p.m, but because it is close to 10 o'clock here at night, this is a great place for us to wrap up for the evening. And next week, when we play, we will begin by making our way to the very headquarters of Digital Storm. Thank you for joining us for this session of Skullrunners. Very much nothing the way that I planned for it. But fantastic nonetheless. We're going to be back next week, but if you cannot wait that long, join us tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as the Misfits make their way somewhere in the Underdark. But please, whatever you do, stay safe. It is wild out there. We'll see you later. Goodbye. Bye-bye.